Man, all that light coming through my window is like, you can't.
Dude, same. I look like the ghost of Christmas past. Fucking, except it's more like Christmas future because it's fucking January.
Should we read a Christmas fan fiction today?
Should we?
I think we should.
What do we got?
I wonder if anybody ever wrote Kiss Saves Santa. Here's one called Christmas, 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 Christmas.
Like Bobo.
Yeah. Bo.
A Christmas Story fanfiction archive.
A Christmas, have yourself a Merry Christmas.
I heard a noise and now I'm gonna go into schizophrenia mode. This is wild. Somebody wrote a fanfiction about AVGN reviewing a game that they made.
Should we do that? Is that a Christmas one?
No. It's
Wait,
also
send it to me.
very long and a lot of writing.
I gotta see this.
It's cool. This is so wild. They made up a game and made a fan fiction about AVGN reviewing it.
Hey readers, Bizarre Adventurist here. As the title of this fanfic you're reading is totally correct, I decided to visit a certain nerd so he could review a game I personally made for him. Will he give it a pass or just simply ass?
Dude.
This is the longest fanfic I wrote yet. Disclaimer, I don't own the Angry Video Game Nerd, various media, and etc.
It is the longest fanfiction I've ever seen.
Let's see here. Wait. Brian Griffin in the White Chocolate Factory? Everyone you know is going to Bill Gates' White Chocolate Factory. Brian Griffin, Homer Simpson, Lola Bunny, Donald Trump, AVGN, all of your favorites. See this in this edgy story that will shock and appall everyone who reads this. Be warned, as it has all the dirty, dirty bad words and pain. Be warned, not for babies. There's 6 chapters.
This sounds right up our alley.
It really does. This is an Uncle Bill fanfic.
Send that to me.
Oh, these are really short chapters. Wait, hold up. Let me. Oh, wow, we could honestly read at least half of this. No, we could definitely read the whole thing. These chapters are like each paragraph long.
Or we stretch it out over the course of like fucking...
Yeah, okay. There's no point. Yeah, I'm sending this to you. This is definitely... Whoa. Ass ahoy.
Ass ahoy. Brian pisses himself. Oh my god, they are short.
Very short. That's what I'm saying. They're not even a whole paragraph. It's just like 3 sentences each.
All right. Okay, they seem to be getting longer as he continues writing.
Slightly. Not really, though.
They progress to get longer. We could do 1 through 4, probably, or 1 through 3, and then 4, 5, and 6 the next time.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
We gotta talk about them too, you know.
Oh, you're right. That is like the catch.
Part of it.
Yeah. We provide a critical analysis to these fan fictions.
Yeah.
And tell them that they're shit and they'll never make it.
So says
just
us.
just kidding. They're writing for Disney Plus.
Oh my god. Dude. Anybody can make it there.
They sure can, Tristan. Hold on, I'm fixing my hat.
Okay.
I'm very festive today. You see what I'm wearing? It says "Merry Christmas, you filthy animal."
Yeah.
And then
you flipped your cam.
Oh, is it flipped for you?
Well, it was like, why can I read it? Because usually it would be backwards.
Oh, it's backwards for me.
Yeah. It's forwards for me. It's fine. Okay. So you're good.
That's good. And then I got my shirt.
Yippee-ki-yay.
It's supposed to light up, but my grandmother threw it in the wash.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right. Are we going to read Brian Griffin in the White Chocolate Factory?
How are we going to read this, though? It's like not... You want to trade off chapters?
Oh, is there no dialogue?
There is, but it's like very scarce and like sporadic. And because I mean, look at chapter 1.
Wait, who's Grandpa Lenin? Grandpa Hitler? Whoa. Oh, I don't know if we can read this.
Why?
Did you see chapter 2?
No.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh my god!
Wait. Oh my god.
Oh shit. Oh, I really want to read chapter 5. It looks like it's where AVGN comes in.
The cum flavored Fanta barely tastes like cum at all.
There's a character in here called Gay Pregnant Mario.
Dude, what the fuck? When was this? 2021?
Yeah. I would have expected this from like 2013 or something, but damn.
Oh my god. Oh.
Vladimir Putin was already invading Ukraine at this point.
Dude, real. Dude, who wrote this?
Gooberson.
Gooberson 15. You got some hate in your heart.
Are we allowed to read this?
I don't think so.
Should we find something else? Maybe save this though.
I mean, it's a good one if we want to censor a bunch of shit.
Well, I mean, do you want to read it?
We could until we get to a point of contention, and then say, okay, enough of that.
Okay, that's fair.
All right, this is Brian Griffin and the White Chocolate Factory, take 0. Chapter 1. This is the story of a dumbass named Brian Griffin.
Whoa, ass ahoy.
He was so slow, my pet turtle was faster than him. He was so weak, even SpongeBob was stronger than him. He is so dumb, he thought the Beatles were singing bugs.
Sounds like Brian Griffin.
That sounds like Brian Griffin to me, man. His family was so poor, they thought 15 pounds was a lot. They were so...
This is a very hateful...
This dude hates Brian.
Yeah.
They were so unpowerful, they didn't even do a dent on Drake's career. What does that mean? Even though he came in their house one night naked, coated with shit, sung "Woman is the N-word of the world" and killed their dog.
Wait, isn't Brian the dog?
What the fuck is happening?
So is Brian just technically a slave owner because he owns dogs? I think what he means by they're so unpowerful they couldn't even do a dent in Drake's career is referencing the fact that it's really easy to ruin Drake's career.
This was in 2021. This dude's ahead of his time.
Yeah, you're right.
They were so unpowerful, they didn't even do a dent on Drake's career, even though he came in their house one night naked, coated with shit, sung "Woman is the N-word of the world," and killed their dog. Oh, okay. They couldn't do a dent on, even though he. What is the reference there? What am I missing with the song "Woman is the N-word of the world"?
Isn't that one of his songs? Or is that Kanye? That's an actual that's an actual song. Oh, it was John Lennon and Yoko Ono. Oh, this guy censored himself. It's actually the N-word.
I know. I just found that out.
John Lennon wrote that?
Holy dude, we are in the dark apparently.
I knew that was an actual song. I didn't know it was by John Lennon though. I thought it was like, I don't know, Johnny Rebel or some shit.
Kanye before anything, which honestly makes more sense.
That sounds like something Kanye would write.
Okay, anyway, and then killed their dog. So they have a dog.
I guess so. Makes sense to me.
Or they had a dog, I don't know. They were so unconnected, not even themselves known each other. Are you sure that the writing here isn't abysmal?
We'll figure it out.
In fact, they were so poor they couldn't buy food, so they killed people and ate them alive. Hold on. There's an issue with that. You can't kill somebody and then eat them alive. It just doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
But God wanted this sad fucker some luck. That's a way to put that. But he waited until he suffered some more.
Yikes.
Dude, what? Okay. Chapter 2. Home and Cold. Bill Gates secretly chooses 5 white chocolate bars. He puts a Playboy magazine issue 69 in each one.
Oh, nice.
He then sends them across the world. Brian Griffin goes into his broken up house, which is on a 190-degree slant. So it's gonna fall down and break.
One day. Maybe not right now, but it will.
Maybe not right now. Damn those 190-degree slants, dude. What the fuck does that mean?
My dad grew up in a house like that. Anyway.
Slanted 190 degrees.
Yeah, basically, it was like hanging over I think they built the road after the house. It's supposed to be demolished. Anyway.
Okay. As noted earlier, he is as poor as shit. His crazy cat lady
fucking poor people. This guy really hates poor people.
He hates Brian Griffin of all. He hates poor people even more than Brian.
Yeah,
Griffin.
he hates poor people and they drink piss soup apparently.
His crazy cat lady mom is making piss soup. Yum. His homeless dad, Rick Sanchez, comes home wrapped up in all their clothes. The bastards stole all their clothes, and they were lying there cold and naked, and all of the cats died of frostbite except for Garfield. This is fucking killer, dude. Oh my God. All his senile grandparents were in their bunk beds. Grandpa Hitler was on top left. Grammy Norma was on bottom left. Grandpa Lenin was on top right. I can't say that. I can't say that word. Oh.
Do you just want to say transgender?
Sure. I guess. I really don't. Oh, transgender cool cat was on bottom right.
Hey, abortion child. Here's misshaped toothpaste tops. All of them look like your dick,
said Brian's nice dad. Rick Sanchez worked in a legal sweatshop where he made expensive toothpaste containers for one Mento every day. It was a good paying job as it helped with his erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, sure.
Some days, he made misshaped ones to threaten Brian by saying it was his penis. What a good bit. I'd fuck up my job on purpose just so I can go, look, it's your dick. Brian retaliated by making a masterpiece, a recreation of the orgy where he was born. It was so detailed, you would get a boner from seeing it. Dude.
That one looks like Bill Gates,
says Grandpa Lennon.
I used to work in his sweatshop.
That's a really good or Lennon.
Thank you. Wait, is this...
Oh, good Lord.
Is this narration or is this somebody saying?
Chapter 3, 10 Years a Slave. Oh, wait, this is Lennon. This is Lennon recalling working in the sweatshop for Bill Gates.
I guess I'll do a whole thing as John Lennon.
Well, hold on. Because some of it might not be... Yeah, this is all just Lennon recounting his days as a sweatshop.
Well, I'll see how long I can pull off a John Lennon accent.
Yeah.
When I was 60 and still sucking off civilians for a living, I worked in a sweatshop. It was 40 years ago and I still had money to my name. It was small and was on Penny Lane, but everybody wanted a piece of his fat ass, even me.
Awesome.
One day we ran out of computers and birds. To cure the latter, Gates shoved a big egg in my mouth and it hatched. It pecked my fucking teeth out. That's why they called me Gummy Lennon, and not for shoving gum up people's assholes. He made wonderful inventions like non-runny cum. It made your cum not runny, so you shove it up your friend's wife's ass without him knowing. As there was no cum to be found.
What the fuck?
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
I am the Eggman.
When I retired, he made the biggest sweatshop ever. The media covered it. Every minute of the opening was on camera, making the longest film ever of that time. It even captured my friend's orgy celebrating the opening. All of us got AIDS. One day, who's that? Ravi Shankar?
Ravi Shankar
wanted Gates to make a chocolate woman as he wanted cum-flavored chocolate. I made all the blueprints for it as I came out of retirement because I wanted to have cum-flavored chocolate. I was even on the phone with him and had phone sex with George Harrison, my former friend. It had 1,000 vaginas, each one fuckable. Ravi was pleased as Jimmy Seville at a kid's birthday party. It sadly didn't last long, as 1 millisecond as Ravi putted his circumcised dick in her vagina eyes. This guy writes it as if like as if being circumcised is obscure. Everybody has an uncircumcised dick like me, right? Right? Everybody has to scrape the cheese out of there, right?
I mean, go to Europe. You know?
Maybe he's from Europe.
Yeah.
Then I ate his chocolate dick. Yum. Sadly, he drowned in the chocolate. Soon the FBI stole
That's like the 4th time he's done that.
stole all of Gates' documents and sold it to Walmart and made crap versions. The non-runny cum hardened so quick, your dick turned into a brick. The cum He's rapping now. He's spitting.
Dude, this is Lennon's finest work.
Yeah. The cum flavored Fanta barely tasted like cum at all. And the boob inflator exploded your boobs. Your mom had the biggest boobs. Now they're gone. It got so bad. Everybody got fired and the chocolate factory got shutted down. Shutted down.
Yeah,
Shutted. We had a retirement orgy. That night, I ate my whole bowl of piss soup. It tasted like shit, literally. One day, I mean, if I'm drinking piss soup, I shouldn't be surprised if I find shit in there.
If I'm drinking piss soup, I want that to taste like piss, though, you know?
You want it to, but who's going to give you piss soup and not be like, check this out?
Throw a couple in there for...
Yeah, a couple little nuggets for the bit. For the bit.
Yeah.
One day it reopened. I still was fired because Gates had midget alien gimp slaves. The only way I could see inside the factory is your orgy recreation.
That was rough.
It's still rough. Am I still
No.
narrating?
No. It's back to yeah, no, it's back to normal narration.
Okay.
Okay. Jesus Christ. That was a good chapter. I didn't know Lennon worked in a sweatshop for Bill Gates.
Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't know he drank pump piss soup.
Yeah. Chapter 4. Windowmania. I almost wanted to do that in like a Macho Man voice.
Windowmania.
There you
The cream of the crop. The cum flavored chocolate. Oh yeah.
go.
Snap into a slim shit. Oh yeah.
Holy fuck! All right.
Let me tell you something, brother. Oh wait, that was
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, he was the brother man.
Yeah, he was the brother man.
That night, biker mice from Mars putted tons of posters around the world and fucked off back into obscurity. They just showed up to do that. Then, oh,
Yeah.
I like how this dude is just, fully aware that biker mice from Mars is obscure.
It is indeed.
The next day, Bill Gates went on BBC4 to make a speech.
In 6 days, 5 special people with come in my factory. One will get a special surprise. My factory. All you need to do is find a porno mag in my white chocolate. I don't know Bill Gates' voice, so that's what I'm doing.
I mean,
I watched the episode where Peter was playing poker with his father-in-law and Bill Gates and all them, and that's the only time I've ever heard Bill Gates talk, and it was just a Family Guy impression of him. Yeah. Other than that, I don't know what Bill Gates sounds like.
It's close enough. I don't
Okay.
either. I'm pretty sure that's it. That's literally the only time I've ever heard him talk as well. So, uh, according to the Sun, the white chocolate surpassed sales of Elmo's first porno.
Almost ticklish down there.
Oh, fuck. The Japanese military have shot people who stole them and filmed it and uploaded it to Pornhub. Even Toys R Us got big sales, and it didn't even sell white chocolate. Okay. The first was Homer Simpson. After eating one white chocolate bar, he tasted something weird. He thought it was his rotten, dead cat corpse's anus. He loved to eat ass. But it was the half of the porno mag.
Yes. Homer Simpson love ass.
That's so fucking foul. His mom, Rasputia, from the hit film Norbit, knew he would be first as he has diabetes, because why the fuck not? Yeah, that's good writing right there.
Because why the fuck not?
Oh, fuck. His dad, Fat Albert, farted on the microphone in response. You want to give me a Fat Albert fart? Oh, Jesus Christ. That was fucking heavy. Good Lord. The second was Donald Trump. Spelt
Wait, I'll do this.
Okay.
Fucking idiot.
Okay. His dad, Scrooge McDuck, made all of his sex slaves find the porno magazine. Donald got so mad when he didn't get it the first millisecond, he putted his dick in his dad's eye 9,999,999,000. I think I said that number wrong. It's fine.
99999999999 times.
900 something million times.
Yeah, something like that.
He then putted his toxic cum in all but 2 people. All of them got colon cancer and exploded. That's a canon event. The second last person
that's a censored event on the show.
Probably. The second last person got a viscous paper cut and died. Oh, vicious paper cut, but viscous. No, I like viscous there. I'm using it.
Yeah.
The second last person got a viscous paper cut and died. Then the porno mag was found. Donald now wanted the last porno. Looking through
the lost
butthole.
Porno.
Oh, the lost porno, whatever. Donald now wanted the lost porno. Looking through the butthole. He found it. It cured his nose cancer. That's, dude, just saying words to fucking write them down.
Oh, this is where I get to shine.
Anyway.
Chapter 5, The Starving.
Wait, where do you get to shine?
Halfway through this.
I see some dialogue there, yeah. Chapter 5. The Starving. You're gonna have to get through it, I guess.
Wait, should I read this in like AVGN's voice, or should I do it in our bit that we came up with yesterday?
Deep voice.
The deep baby. We'll save that for later.
Yeah. One day, Brian tested his luck and tried to get a porno mag in a off-brand white chocolate. He failed. He broke it apart and gave it to Church, who proceeded to give it to God.
This is AI, bro. This is AI.
It probably is actually. Holy shit. Now that I'm thinking, yeah, oh my god. Okay. God now knew Brian must win.
Only AI would write, he broke it apart and gave it to Church, who proceeded to give it to God.
You never know. It's canon, though. It's got to be like God now is on Brian's side, you know?
I guess so.
The third one was Lola Playboy Bunny. Playgirl would have worked, but that has men in it.
Gross.
She won 1,000 sexiest animal ever trophies.
Oh, God.
I hate that.
Oh, God.
That's so fucked. More impact than you will ever make.
Ever. More impact than you will ever make.
Lola Bunny is more talented in one fur on her tail than you are in your entire body. She was a sex slave, but when the competition came, she switched to fat fetish gimp eating while eating white chocolate. Okay, hold on. This is...
So she got an OnlyFans because Playboy is just not working for her anymore?
She was a sex slave, which implies that it's against her will. But when the competition came, she switched to fat fetish gimp eating white chocolate bunny, which would imply that she had a choice. So the word slave there, okay. Anyway.
All right.
Thankfully, she is now thin again. Her mom, Anka, did accounting. Anka from Animal Crossing?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, you should look up Anka.
Okay. I kind of gave up on Animal Crossing a while ago.
It makes sense why they would choose Anka, but Anka's a cat. I don't know.
Oh, what the fuck? I don't like this. I really don't like this. Okay, well, that's in my search history.
All right. Where was I?
I just saw a lot of things I didn't want to see.
Yeah, the internet really liked Anka. Oh god, I just read a line from your dialogue. Oh god. Her mom, Anka, did accounting. Her dad, Crash Bandicoot, was a mobster.
Wow!
All wanted her to be a priestess. The fourth was the AVGN, who hates this story.
What a classic story, fucked up to shit. Hell, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is better than this shit. I'd rather rape a dead monkey rapist and get Uber AIDS than spelt poor wrong, then pour acidic vomit diarrhea down my ass, then shit it down my mouth. First off, why the fuck are everyone pop culture figures? What is this, Smash Bros? Second, why the fuck is there so much sex in this? Holy shit! The Atari porn games were more erotic than this shit. Also, why the fuck am I in this piece of putrid dog shit?
His dad was Jod, the creator of PubeTube. Okay. The best porno site there is. Also made a crap site no one uses called YouTube. His mom is Granny Norma, the oldest porn star on Earth. It's true. Search it up and see the oldest pussy ever. Still looks better than blue waffles. What the fuck, dude? I hate this guy. Oh, they got the AVGN down there.
Should we look up Granny Norma?
I'll do it. I'll take one for the team.
Thank you.
I'll let you know if it's safe. I'm going incognito.
Puts on swimsuit, puts on diving suit, and going in, Will.
Wait, do I have a... Damn, I don't have like sunglasses up here. Alright, whatever. Granny Norma is from Dr. Seuss. What is a Granny Norma? Granny Norma is one of the main characters in the film The Lorax, voiced by Betty White.
So is Betty White the porn star?
No. It's Granny Norma. I'm not looking up more than that. I just don't... I don't want to... Anyway.
That's fine. I'll look it up after we're done recording.
All right, man. Actually, I'll wait until we take an intermission. Oh. Anyway. Grandpa Hitler soon had enough of this bullshittery. All this story he has been silent. Not for long. Too bad it's all been censored.
I don't think he's been silent, honestly. I'm pretty sure it was a whole world war. Based on him shouting.
He's just hanging out, like waiting for the story to be over so he can get on with the war. Just like, all right. I'll wait.
He's sitting there like, oh, this is bullshit talking. He says, back in my day.
Back in
mine day.
Too bad it's all been censored. Ironic, seeming this is rated M. Also, Rick got fired because Dr. Robotnik made robo-slaves that work 24/7. Not like Rick, who has a permanent hard dick now. This should be the time when Brian wins the mag. He doesn't, and the family starves so much, a Bangladesh child looks more well-fed than them. What the fuck, dude?
Really hates poor people. Oh, here we are at the final chapter. Chapter 6, The Ticket to Ride.
One day, Brian was begging for money, and he heard from gay pregnant Mario that the 5th ticket was found by Putin.
Woohoo!
Brian then had to give him a suck-off.
Ooh.
It was so good. Mario
Ooh.
gave him $500.
There you go. See you next time.
I'm trying to put a little bit of voice acting in this. It's just very sparse.
He went to the sex shop and got white chocolate, as it was now made from cum. He then heard that Putin faked it. In fact, he faked being Putin. In fact, he was Rick Astley doing the greatest Rickroll of all time.
Never gonna give you up. He says, never gonna give you up.
He's talking about Ukraine.
Yeah. Never. I was trying to articulate a joke. We're on the same wavelength here.
Same wave, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god. Brian opened the bar and found the porno mag. Everyone wanted the mag in exchange. Jack shit. Brian ran home and broke his leg, so he had to crawl the rest of the while. Give me yeah.
Assahoy.
Yeah, there you go. I was gonna do that. Fuck. That's such a stupid bit. Oh, he showed it to Granny. Okay, now it's Grammy Norma. He showed it to Grammy Norma, who had an anal heart attack and died. He then showed it to Grandpa Lennon, who went out of bed, did 50 push-ups, and went to Amarillo.
Jeez, you won't do jack shit until a prize is won.
The ticket said,
Ha ha ha! Tricked you fuckers! This is fake!
"The end." Back to the proper story, it said.
Welcome to my sweatshop. You might get to be a slave in it someday. When the tour is over, you drive home in a golden limo. You need to get up at 3 a.m. 2021. Hey, this guy is definitely British.
Yeah.
2021 April 20th. You need to bring a family member so he can put his or her finger on on your nose when you are bad. Until then, Bill Gates. Was it worth it?
That. Was it worth it?
I told you we should have found Kiss Save Santa.
Yeah. Nah, that was good. The AVGN line was awesome. Also, what a fucking mashup.
Yeah.
That's like the most unique we'll ever find.
Well, that was Bill Gates' White Chocolate Factory.
Starring
Brian Griffin, the poor piece of shit.
Oh my god.
And this is the Uncle Bill Show's Christmas special. La 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 la.
Yeah. This just has. I mean, nobody's gonna ultra zoom on that. It just has my address on it though.
Somebody might ultra zoom on it.
It's fine. It's public knowledge.
Yeah, everybody knows that Tristan lives at 131 Spruce.
Oh. Yeah, that's okay. That's. See, you might have to do some.
I'll put a
cutting
blur.
my video out.
Yeah, I'll put a blur over it or
Something
something.
else with my video camera. You just fucking. Actually, it was in the same spot the entire time, so you probably could just keep a blur.
I'll just put I'd reach for it right now, but I can't. Freddy Freaker.
Yeah.
It's
just put a little dancing.
Yeah. Anyway, it is technically Christmas. It is not January 9th, 2025 right now. It's Christmas on the Uncle Bill Show, Christmas Day. I see if you have received my gift.
I have. I almost opened it, and then I remembered what you told me, and then I read the back that said "Do not open."
Yeah.
Before the episode. So yeah.
I guess John isn't going to join us in our unwrapping of Christmas presents. But would you like to open your present, Tristan?
You know what? Yeah.
Mine's cooler.
It's
so
cool
edgy.
skulls on it.
Yeah. Somebody tried to slash my tires with this, and then I found it. I was like, it's mine now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
This better be Freddy Fazbear. This better be. At least you didn't give birth to
Freddy Fazbear. I should have got Freddy Fazbear. I got the new cool thing for you.
This is gonna stay here actually because it's
memorabilia.
Yeah.
It's Homer J. Simpson.
It's homie. Oh my god. Wait. This is awesome. Oh fuck, hold on.
That works.
He's there. Oh,
Eh,
that's creepy.
help me, I'm stuck in Tristan's stocking. Help, Merge.
I'm suddenly depressed.
I'm suddenly depressed. Open it up. You might have gotten the rare skibbity toilet.
Dude. What the fuck? This is a thing. Oh my god. I got this guy.
You got the skibbity toilet.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna get. I wonder if they're gonna get sued for using assets from Gmod and profiting off of it.
Oh my god, you're right. Oh my god.
That's literally G-Man.
This is yeah. Well, yeah, it says that. G toilet.
They had to have some kind of licensing. I don't know how they're not sued. Here's a little fun fact. You know, theaters are like going away, and they're trying to figure out how to get asses in theaters because Zoomers just don't have the attention span for movies.
Yeah.
There is a plan to get more Zoomers in the theaters by releasing a full feature-length Skibbity Toilet cinematic film. You know who's directing it, writing and directing it?
Give me a second. Tell me it's Chris Nolan.
I'd say he's probably up there around Chris Nolan's, you know, in that.
There's no way we're in that vein.
In that vein.
Fuck. Fucking Scorsese? What the hell?
No, not quite as elegant as Scorsese.
I don't know, man.
Michael Bay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Michael Bay is making the Skibbity Toilet movie. There you go.
I hate it. Also, we live in the darkest timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. What's the
That's the thumbnail.
That's awesome.
Actually, I'm not gonna use it as a thumbnail. I'm just gonna print it and hang it.
Just me.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's so good. What the fuck? That's awesome. Christmas mixtape. Tell me it's a blank CD.
Oh no, it's not a blank CD, Tristan. You want to give it a listen?
I have a CD player right next to me, actually. Let's see if it works.
I hope it does.
Well,
I had to write it onto a DVD, so maybe
oh,
it'll
it should
play.
be fine. This is like a 20, like an 09 Philips like CD player. It should be fine. However, it's old. Well, that sucks. Anyway, thank you. I I didn't get anything for anybody this year.
You bastard.
I know. And then I was like, well, I should at least get Will something. It started to get too late, and I was like, he's not gonna get it in time. But yeah. Thank you. I'll figure something out this. It's very good.
There you go.
I am baby girl.
Little pig. Hey, you can put that on your car when you get one now.
Yeah.
That's what was going through my mind when I saw it. It was like, oh, Tristan's gonna start driving soon, so give him a little license plate.
No, that's going on there 100%. That's absolutely going on. Yeah.
Oh, Tristan, we got quite a bit to cover today. December brought us so much gifts and good tidings.
Yeah.
Lots of scams, Tristan.
Did we talk? Oh my God! Wait. Yeah. We got a couple of things.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you heard about the Hawktois?
That's exactly where I was going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you see the whole thing? Did you watch the video of
CoffeeZilla?
Yeah, CoffeeZilla went into that Discord, and when he started calling them out, my favorite was her going, well, what'd she say? Why the fuck are you on here then if you have a problem with it or some shit like that? I was just like,
yeah,
because that's his job, is to call out people who are scamming people.
Yeah, because people are getting their money taken.
Yeah, and then he had him like back to the wall with like, you know, allegations and shit, and then she goes, well, I'm going to bed. Talk to you tomorrow. And then she was like gone for like a month. Yeah, like nowhere to be seen. And then she finally comes to Twitter or something. She goes, hey, so there's all this stuff. I guess I'll take a look at it and figure out what's going on, and let everybody know.
Good Lord.
Acting like she has no idea what's happening when she's like responsible for scamming people.
So here's my idea, right? Is that she might actually have not known because she just seems stupid enough. She might have like
to be taken advantage by somebody.
Yeah, somebody else was like, we can use her name to
using her likeness to sell it. Yeah.
Or fucking yeah.
It's just the response she gave CoffeeZilla.
But
it sounds like she has some understanding of what's going on.
With how she acted, she sounds at least a little knowledgeable of it.
I think she has this idea that like, because I mean, it's obvious she got her like 15 minutes of fame with that dumbass meme, and then she had to capitalize on it by making a whole podcast about the meme.
Yeah.
And where else do you go from there when a lot of people aren't paying attention to you besides, you know, the Mr. Beast or Jake Paul, Logan Paul route?
Right.
And start scamming people with meme coins based on your...
I mean, she could have just done a full 180 and like, I don't know, maybe been like, yeah, I can see why this joke is annoying now, but I want to make a career, so I'm going to do something
maybe be talented, I guess.
She could have done something. She could have done something other than that.
Yeah.
But instead she just decided like, oh, I like everybody hates me for this, so I'm going to keep doing it. And
that's what I mean, like she's going like the Paul brothers route.
Yeah. Which is like, you know, you can do that and that's fine. But don't but you're scamming people now? That's
yeah. Like, that's the way to go.
I don't get it, man. You could just not do that. Could have had a very successful career by not scamming people. In fact, like 5 years down the line, it might have just become like another like, oh, this is actually kind of funny now.
Yeah.
It could have went full circle, and everybody would be like, no, it's actually like
Everybody could have been like, hey, you remember that Hawk Twa meme? Yeah, that was pretty funny like 10 years ago. But instead, now it's going to be associated with scamming people.
people losing fucking hundreds and thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I feel like at a certain point you gotta look at it and be like, dude, another new crypto coin thing came out by like some new creator, and you just gotta look at it and be like, there's nothing to be gained here. I have to leave this alone.
Mhm.
Because like I'm not, not to victim blame, but also are you fucking joking? Like this happened how many times in the past year alone?
Yeah.
In the past
Oh my
couple of years,
God.
even like Speed and then fucking KSI and like
Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Mr.
Yeah.
Beast, Elon Musk.
it's just how do we
But was Elon Musk technically like what happened with that? All I remember
he just heavily endorsed Dogecoin, right? And then it just fucking plummeted after that.
it plummeted after he showed up as Wario on SNL. Like everybody hated his SNL appearance so much
They
that his
sold.
whole coin just plummeted. And then now because of that, everybody hates Elon Musk because like, well, there goes my money. I think that's how it happened. I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons to hate Elon Musk. But
my mom and my cousin were both like on me all the time, like, you got to get this Robinhood app. You got to invest in crypto. I'm like, I don't know anything about crypto. I'm kind of like starting to like look into like stocks and shit and like understand like the stock market. But like,
Same.
this is like a whole new, like, I don't think I want to like get involved with some fucking bullshit currency that's just like, it just happened.
This isn't my flavor of autism.
I mean, it's been around since like what, 2017, 18, like crypto coin shit like that. Bitcoin.
I mean, Bitcoin's been around since like the early 2000s.
No.
Yeah. Hold on.
I didn't know.
2013 maybe. Hold on.
No way. Memes were
2009.
barely. You serious?
Yeah. Well, because remember, there's like stories from like years and years ago of people like abusing their Bitcoin and like fucking up and like not realizing that was actually going to be anything. They just
I
thought it
didn't
was an
even
online
hear about. I
currency.
mean, it must have only really gained popularity in like the late 2010s because I didn't fucking hear about it till like recently.
There's that story, that famous story of that dude who like bought a pizza with Bitcoin, and it was like 20,000 Bitcoin or something because the exchange rate was so low.
Yeah.
So one.
Well,
yeah,
it's
like,
probably
$1
it
US dollar got
probably
you,
like today's standards, it would have been like 20 Bitcoin because it's more popular now. But like back then, that's what I'm saying. Like, who the fuck knew about Bitcoin back then? It had to have been like an obscure, really obscure thing.
It wasn't even that obscure. It was kind of because I remember I was talking to my my mom's boyfriend. This guy was telling me that he persuaded his friend into not buying into Bitcoin back when it started. They were like, this is a new thing, like it looks like, it could be something crazy. And he was like, I wouldn't go into it. And she's like pissed at him because she's missing out on like hundreds of millions of dollars.
This had to be like 2020, 2021. Like I said, my mom and my cousin both had Robinhood, and they were like, my cousin was investing heavily in some cryptocurrency. I don't remember what it was. It might have been Dogecoin or something. I don't know, but he's like going on and explaining to me about like, oh, it was so funny, like the tragedy of fucking Poseidon or some shit. I don't know, but he's giving me all these reasons to invest in. He's like, oh yeah, well, you know, it's like stock and blah 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 blah. You just invest all this money into it, and all these people are investing money into it, and then it becomes worth this much, and then you pull, you know, then you make all this money off of what it's worth at that point or whatever. And he kept like, he was full on gambling, bro. He was just like putting all this money into it, waiting for it to go up and up and up, and instead of pulling out, he just kept going and going and going. I'm pretty sure it was when Elon Musk went on to SNL. And then the next day I went to my cousin's place and I was like, hey, how's that Bitcoin treating you, dude? He's like, shut the fuck up, man. I'm so fucking pissed.
It's like, there goes my life savings.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. That's awesome. Shut the fuck up, man.
This is great.
It was 2010. This dude bought what is now, he spent what is currently $3.8 billion worth of Bitcoin on pizza.
Wow.
Because he just wanted to show the internet that you could order pizza with Bitcoin. And now he's missing out on
that exchange rate,
his
though.
whole lineage being fine.
That exchange rate is fucking insane. 20,000.
Yeah, because they used to be like $1 could get you like a few Bitcoin, and now it's $97,000 or something for one Bitcoin.
Yeah,
which is fucking insane.
It's like living in fucking Korea or something.
Yeah.
I
guess.
I mean, like the exchange rate.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's insane. Speaking of, that was actually a part of my topic, but I was gonna say, yeah, I just caught up on season 2 of Everybody Looks Like Markiplier.
What?
On Netflix. You know, that famous TV show.
What the fuck? That's
just my chair.
What's the show actually called?
Squid Game.
I don't know if we're allowed to put that in.
I think it's fine. They all do kind of look like Markiplier with subtle differences.
Oh, dude, I hate.
I think any Korean person could probably be watching our show and be like, they all look like Harrison Ford. Subtly.
Anyway, that's something. I didn't even finish the first season. I watched every episode except for the last one and then just lost interest. And then I saw a preview for season 2 and the dude like screaming, "Hey, I've seen this before. Don't move, you'll die." And I was just like,
yeah,
that is horrific voice acting. And then I saw memes about the voice acting.
Oh my god. So I watched the whole first season with the English voice acting, and I saw memes about it, but like it didn't really bother me that much. It wasn't that bad. No. Season 2's voice acting, the English dub,
just everybody is shouting.
My god, I got like not even halfway through it, and I changed it to Korean because I was like, this is so bad. The Korean, like original Korean voice, it's so much better. So much better because they're actually able to like convey like actual emotion through their voices and shit.
And just some fucking the American voice acting, I don't know what went wrong there because it was all right in the first season, but they just decided to shout every line of dialogue for some reason.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get loud as possible.
Spoiler free.
Cool.
I'm just gonna say Squid Game season 2 started out kinda because like you kind of knew where it was going with the cliffhanger from the first season. Well, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it's a cliffhanger. It was just like sequel bait, I should say.
Yeah,
You got to finish it, and you'll know what I mean. And then the way they went with that was like kind of like a bait and switch. Like it was like Whiplash. The expectations were like Whiplash because like when season 1 ended with the sequel bait, it felt like it was setting up for like a John Wick kind of season. And I'm like, oh, how's that going to work? And it almost did, I want to say, but then it turned into like a whole bust was going to go down. And then
is this spoiler free?
This is spoiler free.
Okay.
Something happens where the main character ends up in the games again. It is spoiler free because you saw the trailer. He's in the games again. That's not a secret. That's when he's in there and he's like, "Stop! Everyone, I've been here before. These games, you're all gonna die." And the thing about the characters in this one, it feels like a lot of the characters are the same people who like took this property and tried to make like blatantly ripped off Squid Game to make profit off of it, like fucking Mr. Beast or something. And it's really hard to relate with these characters too, because a very good majority of the characters in here, especially the ones that this season is very focused on, are there because of crypto scamming or investing in crypto and losing all their crypto, and now they're in debt because of crypto and shit. And it's like it's hard to like really relate with these characters. Some of them are like it's actually tragic because there's some characters who are in there because they had like a business, like a restaurant or whatever, and then they went in debt because their business failed or something, and they're there to that's somebody I can like actually feel bad for or feel sorry for, as opposed to the rest of them. They're just like kind of
by Logan Paul, and you're like, okay,
yeah. Logan Paul's like, gonna come after me unless I pay 400 billion won or whatever.
I bought the fucking Hawk Tua coin, and they just they rug pulled.
yeah. Everybody in Squid Game season 2 got scanned by Hawk Tua coin.
That's the whole fucking lore. Oh my god, it'd be a crazy plot twist.
Here's the thing. So it takes like a major shift because they just decide, yeah, we got to do something or else, because the main character is back in the game. And they know who he is. Like the Squid Game people, they know who he is. So like you're sitting here watching, it's like they're going to pull some cheap shit to try and kill him up. Plus his odds of winning again are very slim.
Yeah.
So that being the case, it's just like they have to like take this hard shift and like get the ball rolling, like pull some kind of twist. They pull it. It was the first half of the season, I was just like kind of like, but then it goes fucking balls to the wall and some fucking shit goes down. And here's the thing. It ends on 7 episodes. And I'm like, are they releasing this one by one, or do they drop the whole season? Like, what's going on? Because I get to the end of it, I'm like,
there's just nothing yet.
It leaves on this huge fucking cliffhanger, like nothing happens. And I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? There's supposed to be a third season. It's supposed to drop this year or something, but like they just ended season 2. I think what it is probably they're like, we don't have any ideas of how to continue this after this season, so let's stretch it out to 3 seasons.
They, honest to God, probably weren't expecting it to be as big as it was.
Probably not. I mean, just the premise of it was like the only thing that was really
a cool idea. It was a really cool concept, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's more the drama.
Yeah.
like the cop and then his brother. You had to have made it that far, right? You said you only have one episode left. Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely. It's just like, I don't know.
That was my best attempt to do the spoiler free, but God, you gotta watch it. And watch it in Korean because, like, I will say, yeah, that English dub is god awful. I was about to have an aneurysm. I'm like, turn this shit off.
That shit got me in there. You and you, we could have done.
Do our Dragon Ball voices? Stop! I've been in these games before.
Oh fuck!
They're going to kill us all. Go Super Saiyan. They just Photoshop in these. He just goes.
Change the whole narrative of the show.
It's like red light, and then he starts moving. They start shooting at him, and then he's just. And it's playing the fucking Tournament of Power theme. What was it when Goku goes Ultra Instinct?
Oh yeah.
He goes Ultra Instinct during red light, green light, runs all the way to the end and misses every shot. Oh boy. Anyway, scams. There are a lot of scams this fucking past month, dude. Fucking
yeah, with honey.
Yes, that's what I was about to get on.
Didn't we talk about honey last episode?
No, we didn't because I told you about it like shortly after we recorded the last episode.
Did you?
Yeah, I texted you on. I sent you the video on Snapchat.
When did we record last episode? Am I fucking crazy?
It was like middle of December, I think. Pretty sure we were like coming up on Christmas when we recorded that.
Coming.
It was like a week before Christmas because I remember I was sitting up here. I wasn't even really doing Uber and all that much. I was just sitting up here cranking that shit out. I got like
don't.
Well, not in front of my computer, Tristan. I don't have a VPN.
Okay. I understand. Okay. Yeah. I guess Megalag's video came out 2 weeks ago, huh?
Yeah.
And that was the one that exposed it, right? Like that was the guy that.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
2 weeks? Yeah.
So
it's only been 2 weeks since that happened, dude. Okay, so can I real quick? Things happen so wearily often that like
you don't even realize.
Yeah, I don't even. I thought that honey scam happened like a month ago.
It does feel like it's been a month, but like, yeah. that didn't happen that long ago. We're sitting here waiting for the.
Like fucking goddamn August.
Did his new video come out? Because like he left on that cliffhanger where like, I think he's interviewing like businesses that have been affected by honey, using like fake coupons that they don't actually have or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that's oh my god. Yeah, that whole thing is fucked.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Don't look like he uploaded his new video. Markiplier's going crazy. I think he uploaded like 3 live streams or whatever where he's just like, I called it.
Yeah, there's that clip that shows up if you look it up where it's like Markiplier predicted it.
Mm-hmm.
Like how many years ago?
Yeah, years ago he was doing a stream and somebody said something about honey.
Like, I don't trust it.
Yeah, he was like in the middle of streaming. He's like, hang on a second. He's like, I just want to talk about this. I don't trust honey. He's like, if something seems too good to be true, like free money, it's probably not true.
Oh, hi there. Merry Christmas.
This is her chair, so she's kind of offended that I'm sitting here.
But yeah, no, he straight up like he really did. And that's the thing. Okay, so there's that. Once we're done with the honey thing, I have something I want to talk about, but
yeah,
because there's a new thing.
So, oh my god, like Critical ended up covering it because like the big deal here is the fact that it's all the like influencers and YouTubers and shit that were promoting this.
Yeah.
And they were, I mean, you can't even really be mad at them because like they're also screwing themselves. They didn't know.
No,
Honey might have been like the biggest scam in the world.
dude, it's up there at least because that was so like incognito. Like you would just, oh my god, it's kind of quite brilliant in a sense. It's really fucking not, because it was like anybody that would have taken the time to investigate it like 2 seconds would have been like, oh, this, I'm not getting any revenue from this. But no, but everybody just trusted it, which is,
Yeah.
they banked on them just like not fucking
Not
questioning it.
Yeah, not noticing. Which I feel like if you're like one of these YouTubers who's like Meat Canyon, for example, who's like constantly like, dude, Papa Meat uploads like, sometimes he takes like a short break here and there, but like every day, these fucking like long, like hour-long videos of him reviewing
Yeah.
some shit. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen Papa Meat's channel, but he uploads really frequently. He's hard at work. He's like building a whole new studio with sets and shit. Like what I wanted to fucking do, but here I am doing a podcast because I don't have a Papa Meat budget. But
Yeah.
he's fucking hard at work. I doubt if he was ever promoting Honey, whenever that was going on, like, I doubt he would have ever had the time to even look and notice anything.
No.
And then
It's
there
just
was like Lyle's Tech Tips. The only reason they
Linus.
call, or was it Linus? Linus Tech Tips. The only reason they noticed it before is because I think he had a team that worked on that stuff, like the
Yeah.
promotions and stuff, and then they were the ones who like noticed it and then sent them an email and said, "Yeah, we're not going to, sponsor you anymore because we noticed this." And it didn't blow up the way it should. That's why they continued doing what they were doing. Because
Well, it's like with that, when was that?
oh god, that was only a few years ago.
Because they should have made a way bigger deal about it.
They should have,
They're
but
a
they
huge
didn't.
channel, and like they're watching all these other channels get preyed
Scammed.
on by this
Yeah.
fucking horrid company that's also like fucking with. What else did it do to the user or the like consumer? Because like obviously our money's not going where we wanted it to. It's not going to support the creator we wanted, but like I think it was doing something more than just like,
I don't even know what it was doing with the consumer. Like, I think there were some people, like, I think I tried it once, like way back in the day with JonTron. This probably would have been like 2017 or 18. I think I tried it once and I noticed like some weird, like, it was hard to use, like the interface, because like it's just like Megleg was talking about with all the pop-ups and shit and trying to get you to. I noticed something like that and I never used Honey again, but I didn't know it was like that deep.
I honestly, I'm kind of glad I didn't use it at all, because at first I started and I was like, yeah, there's no reason not to get like free coupons. And then I was like, I think every time I used it, it was like, oh, we didn't get you any coupons.
Yeah,
And I
like that was my experience. It was
"They
something
suck,
like
fucking
that.
whatever."
Yeah.
Because like it's really not that like insane to. It was just like,
It's just one of those things. It feels like, oh, there was an issue on this side. Sorry about that. And then you don't really think about it. It's like a technical issue. And then you're just like, oh, whatever. I guess I'm not going to use it this time.
yeah.
And then for me, it was more like, it just seems like too much of a hassle. I'm probably not going to use this ever again.
Which, ugh.
Because I don't even really order shit online to begin with. If I'm having like issues like that, it's definitely not going to make me want to order it, like deal with online buying shit ever again. So that was that's my experience. Like I don't have patience for it. And if I was a little more like invested in buying stuff online, I probably would have noticed it. Or not. I'm not fucking mega lag like doing a whole on like investigation into it, but I would have probably noticed something like kind of sketchy, but never used it again. Probably not make a big deal about it.
I don't think I would have ever even fucking realized, because like the way it works is so out of your like, just out of your way that you just don't even really have to do much. So for me to get this thing and then just rely on it, I would just be like, eh.
But like the way it worked was like you don't really notice it. Like the reason why people don't really call it out is because it's blatantly made to hide in plain sight. Because like they would have that little in the search bar, it would show your YouTuber's promotion code or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then God forbid you click anywhere else, they would find a way to do it anyway, and then they would like replace that code in the URL with their own. Who's looking at that?
Yeah.
Even when I see a URL change, I don't think about it.
No,
I'm like, oh, it's just processing and going to a new page or something.
Yeah, yeah. No, I would have never even fucking realized that anything was happening. I would just looked, been like, oh, no coupons today. Okay, whatever. That makes sense. Can't get coupons for everything.
Right.
And then fucking kept moving along. But like, yeah.
But this like affected businesses too, where like I think he briefly mentioned it before the end of the video, where he like not promoted, kind of teased the next video, but like essentially these companies, I mean that makes sense. Like I think Markiplier might even said something about it, but like it makes sense to me because like any company, they're not going to use coupons or anything unless it's coupons that they offer.
Right.
Like you're not going to get a coupon for Bed Bath and Beyond that is not offered by Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yeah.
Unless you go to the Beyond section and get a TV remote that controls your life.
Oh my god, speaking of which, we got to talk about Bed Bath and Beyond at some point.
Okay.
Cuz there is a whole there's a whole thing there. Oh my god. Oh, it's so cool.
Oh, is this something I don't know about?
Probably, if you don't know what the fuck I'm oh my godding about.
All right, let's wrap up, honey, because I want to hear what you got to say here.
Yeah, no, so, well, the reason why, like, if I ever, I've been wanting to get into YouTube stuff for a while, and, like, actually doing a channel and consistently uploading, whatever, but I just don't, I don't know what I would even do at this point.
Anything like that, like investigating into like scams and companies and stuff, I don't think I would ever be it. Because I know I would say something fucking stupid that I'm not really highly educated on, and then
and then you're going to court.
Yeah, at the worst, yeah.
Yeah, at the worst too.
That's why I do the Uncle Bill show, where if I spread any misinformation, it's only because
you just say no. It's just in the sake of comedy.
It's funny, for the sake of comedy. No, this is what I'm reading.
So, but companies like that freak me out, and I start seeing all these other, because like it didn't used to. I didn't used to worry about it at all. And then after the honey scam, I started like I listened to sponsorships by other companies, and I go, huh, these don't sound like this doesn't sound that great. ExpressVPN and NordVPN, whatever. I don't know enough about like VPNs because that's just a whole different world of internet bullshit.
Well, here's the thing about Nord and Express and all that shit is I just got this new router, and when I went to like set it up, like the password and stuff, one thing I noticed is there is a and it was the same thing with my hotspot too. I don't know how to access it or anything, but I noticed my location would be set to like Kentucky or something. But with this router, I can go into my settings and I can set up my VPN and shit. It's all included in my router.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
huh?
Which I don't know the extent of that, of which like, because I don't know,
Yeah,
they could probably trace back where the router is.
I would like to get more into like encrypting my shit and like learning that and getting into hacking for the sake of understanding where my security is lacking. I don't want to go hacking into fucking like I'm not gonna do the fappening 2.0. Like I just want to know how to handle myself on the online world, because we're getting to a point where like this is the world, you know. I mean, it's been for years, but it's getting kind of scary. But there is and I'm not sure how fresh this is,
I have
Um,
more to talk about how scary this fucking world is getting after we get past this.
I'm not sure how fresh this sponsor has been or when they started doing their thing. Um, but now I'm starting to see a sponsor from Incogni and sites of the likings, which are about uh the whole idea behind it is that like your data is kind of being sold and bought all around because we're just our data is just out there. There's been a bunch of security breaches. Your social security is probably out there somewhere, type shit.
Mhm.
Um,
That's one thing.
and
Like, I think one of the first ones I saw, even before NordVPN, was DuckDuckGo. I think it was called. Was it?
DuckDuckGo
Was
is
it?
something.
Was it DuckDuckGo? It was basically. I'm pretty sure it was a browser or something where it basically acts like a VPN. So like anytime you send anything outgoing to the internet or whatever, it
Okay, so
encrypts
this
all
is
of
an
your.
active like encryption. So yeah, no, this is an encryption service. What Incogni and sites of the liking are, and these businesses are, is you pay them, and then they go and they legally demand that every company that has your
Oh yeah,
data.
yeah,
Um, the problem here is that in every single ad read I've heard of this, and I might just be fucking schizophrenic at this point because of the honey thing, but every single ad read says the same phrase of sign or give them sign consent for them to act on your behalf.
yeah.
And that's where I
Um,
like freak out
I
because it's
remember
like,
seeing Common Etiquette promoted that. I think.
yeah,
And
no,
then
and
they
I've
basically
like
have a
I
guy that
know when
says,
like
"Hey,
all these
you, uh, give us back that data. You're not legally allowed to have that."
but it's like it's weird because like I understand why you have to sign over, but
It's
it's
more of like
making it a
a
big complaint is like fucking creepy to me.
yeah, like why
Um,
why you're saying you're resolving this issue of people getting a hold of my information that I put out there. Like I'm already putting it out there so that somebody's gonna get it, right? How is that solved by giving it to you?
well, yeah, that's the thing too. Is like now they are harboring it. Either they're harboring it, or because now they've become a black market where they have all of your data and all these other places don't. And if somebody now people can go to these places like Incogni and whatever. And if these companies ever get shut down, they have
Oh yeah, they could
infinite source
like
of like
yeah,
revenue.
they could like
They have
somebody could
all of it.
buy
They
all
have
of your information from them for
because yeah,
like a pretty penny, like not even for like
and I
nothing
yeah no,
basically.
yeah.
Like a
Well, no,
like
no,
a
not even.
like a sheriff
They'd have
sale
to
or
pay top
something.
dollar. They have to pay top dollar because they're the only places around that have your shit.
You have to
Like,
pay top dollar now, but if they were to like go out and like somebody bought them out or something, they get it for really cheap, all that information really cheap, and then they get all that and they can sell it for double or
oh yeah, no, no,
triple
no,
what they bought all of it for each
definitely. My
personal.
my speculation is that these sites, these businesses are, my schizo brain is telling me that something is awry here, and
Not
that we
only
should not.
that, but it's also like it's not like monopolized either. So like it could even be like a market thing, like where they're like, oh, DuckDuckGo is charging this much for your information. Oh, how about I go to NordVPN and get the information from them cheaper?
Yeah. Um.
I
No,
don't know.
that's not to say.
Maybe I'm not on the same page as you, but
Kind of. Well,
it
because
is
DuckDuckGo is just an encryption. They just encrypt and make sure that your stuff doesn't go out. It's kind of like VPN,
okay.
I think. At least that's what I gathered.
DuckDuckGo was like
Use
an old one, from what I
yeah.
remember.
Now we have Incogni, Delete Me, um, bunch of other shit. But I don't. Yeah, I mean, it's not like my data's not already out there. Like that's kind of that's just a thing. So like it wouldn't be a terrible idea. And these could just be companies that are good-hearted and thinking like we gotta stop with all this fucking data breaching and we gotta help people get back to their privacy. That could be their goal. But it's not likely, dude, because like the world is a cruel place. They're probably they're gonna use my likeness, especially because I signed consent for them to act on my behalf, and then they have my data. So what if they just start mass like impersonating people and fucking like doing really fucking? What if they're trying to bring about the end of the world? You know?
Is this a conspiracy of the week?
Oh my god, Incogni is trying to create an army of you and me.
They could be
It is.
the AI robots.
Oh my god,
Right?
we're iRobot, Will Smith.
Yeah.
Protect Will Smith.
Nah, fuck them.
Okay, he's gay.
They could be. Here's the thing. I know like Japan's trying to they have this like thing going on because my cousin took a class like in college or whatever. It's about understanding and building AI and stuff like that. And apparently he learned when he was going for that class that in Japan they're having this whole like back and forth about whether or not they should give AI human rights.
What?
And basically the study is like, are they sentient enough to be given that human right?
Yeah,
And they're at like a standstill now where they're just like, yeah, these fuckers are pretty smart.
yeah. Well, it's that was the point of Detroit Become Human. Remember that?
Oh
game?
yeah.
Yeah,
What if?
but that's
Here's the conspiracy of the week. What if all of our likenesses and everything, all of our information we put out there, are being put into like designing these AI robots so they can clone us?
they're going to clone and kill us like they did Kanye. Oh my god.
Kanye is probably a Japanese AI robot.
Kanye.
They just use fake skin and all of his memories and anything he put out there. Anything he put out there is programmed into the memory of this AI bot.
Imagine fucking 10 years down the line, we're just like actually watching it happen. We just look back like, we were.
I mean, Alex Jones was right about the frogs.
Yeah, he was. We might be. Dude, that's actually kind of freaky to think about. I hate that. This is gonna be our claim to fame.
Yeah. No, our claim to fame is when I go back and put hashtag Mr. Beast on all my videos.
Hashtag Mr. Beast, hashtag Squid Game.
I forgot to do that. But we did blow up. That's one thing we could talk about. The fact that we like blew up momentarily.
I wouldn't say it was blow up.
Well, for our standards.
Yeah.
The fact that we have 16 subscribers and then my Elon Musk video ended up getting like damn near 200 views in like a day and a half.
Yeah. Let's see. Videos. 37, 11, 219 for the Elon bit. Yeah.
We can't let this get to our head. Oh, it's 219 now?
Yeah.
Holy shit. It's weird though, because it's just like
the Joe Rogan one got 8. The Elon one got 219.
It's weird. I think it might also be because I was uploading like 1 to 2 days apart at that point, because that's when I was up here just like cranking shit out.
Yeah. You did good.
We recorded that last one with John, and I was like, all right, I want to get these out. I knew I could because like by the time I got episode 14 out, and then I uploaded that Elon one as like a spacer, and then I got done with episode 15 so quick. I knew I would because like we were very fluent with that one. That was like our peak.
Yeah.
That was definitely our that's where that's where the Uncle Bill show peaked. It's all downhill from there.
Yeah.
But that one I was able to get out with like barely any cutting. Of course I had to censor a few things because like we just let our comedy shine.
Yeah.
But speaking of
Good Lord.
censorship,
Yeah.
did you watch that video I sent you yesterday of Mark Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
That's
oh my God.
fucking crazy. We are in a different universe, man.
Well, okay, so Zuck himself
somewhere the timeline skewed into an alternate reality.
Zuck himself
bringing you to an alternate 1985 where Biff is married to your mother.
Right.
Oh no. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to go visit my mom and she's going to have giant implants and Biff Tannen's going to be my dad.
That'd be sick, dude.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't.
Oh, it's Biff Tannen.
Huh?
Hold on.
Did you say how old is Biff Tannen?
No, hold on.
Did you say who is Biff Tannen? Bro, you've seen Back to the Future.
Once when I was 2.
Oh my God. I watch Back to the Future like all 3 of them. I'll probably watch like 5 times a month.
A month?
It's such a good franchise.
It's just, yep, time to.
Yeah, well, time to put on Back to the Future. All right, that's been the Uncle Bill Show. We'll see you in the next one. Click.
Like a drop.
Yeah. Like in Back to the Future Part 2.
With all the podcast money, you'll start investing in screens all over your house.
With all the podcast money, I'll go back in time and bet on the bet on the races, so I become the richest and most powerful man in the world.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Damn.
Now we'll never get anywhere near that.
No.
The boy can dream. Anyway, yeah. So Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
He did this.
So he looks wild. He's got the chain and the Jufro.
Yeah. He looks like he's getting ready to go surfing. He's probably going to put on another 10 layers of fucking sunscreen.
Hold on. He just looks like every other like social media fucking guy.
Like, he looks like who was that? That was Michael Cera. Who was that? Jesse Eisenberg. He looks like Jesse Eisenberg who played him in the Social Network.
Yeah. He did. I think he updated his software because he acted a lot more human.
He had a firmware update and became more woke, man.
Yeah.
In the actual sense of the term, because like he was like full on like, what did he say? He said China doesn't even have their, like, they blocked Facebook in China because the restriction of free speech.
Yeah.
And then Russia has like a bunch of, like, he was saying like borderline inhumane like policies out there. Fucking, and then he said there were secret that's the one that like really fucked with me. He said there were secret courts in South America that were making all the, like, passing all these laws to like restrict our free speech here.
Yeah.
And then the one that really got me was that he basically said that the Biden administration was working with all these governments to restrict our free speech for the last 4 years. Yeah. That's because he goes, for the last 4 years, because of our government, they've been working with like the Chinese government and everything to restrict our free speech on this platform and use this platform to do it. And he's like, so we're moving everything from California so that there's no question about biases, because I guess everybody's a fucking libtard in California. So if you move it to Texas, that's where all the fucking big bald Americans are. Yeah. So we won't ever have to question the biases of Facebook employees. because
is
they're
the
in
year that-
Texas.
This is the year that Texas secedes.
Yeah. And then he was like, so we're going to work with the Trump administration to restore free speech on our platform or whatever. I'm like, what world are we living in?
Yeah, I don't. Oh, I don't, dude. It's fucking crazy to me. This man. I'm concerned because his idea of free speech is that fact checker will no longer just like fact check.
Well, he said that, and he's right. The fact checkers are politically biased, and that's why he's getting rid of them.
Definitely, but I think the solution there is not to get rid of them; it's to correct them so that they're not politically biased.
Well, he said they're going to add community notes, like X.
Yeah, but community notes can also just lie.
True.
So it's just going to be Wikipedia, which is like whatever. But like, I'm just worried about because here's the thing. It's fine because free speech, yes, for sure, but there's so many people that keep forgetting the golden rule of the internet, which is don't believe everything you see.
Yeah.
And the amount of like boomers that will, because I work with
well, that's the thing though, because like no matter what fucking generation you are, everybody believes what they see on the internet these days, and it's just like no.
It's not even just boomers. It's like actually just everybody.
Yeah.
You'll see one article about like,
oh god, and he pulled a Donald Trump. He pulled a Donald Trump in there and said like he was like the media is politically biased as well and like hiding the truth of like everything. Blah, blah blah. I'm like
yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg just took a whole Elon Musk. He's like yeah, X is doing it right. We're just gonna do what they're doing.
Which is like not true at all.
And furthermore,
I looked through the comments. Everybody was fucking screaming.
Everybody
like,
was pissed.
It's the best example to take, huh?
A lot of the ones that really irked me was just kind of like, because there was like a big like push on like, hey, we need more free speech, and like people who like are you see it all the time get silenced on Facebook because of their opinions or whatever. Not necessarily that they have like a harmful opinion or whatever, not like because they're promoting Nazism or something on the website, but if they have a differing opinion from everybody else, it does end up being this whole hive mind situation where people get silenced just for speaking. And there was a lot of comments that were just like, no, we need to silence those people. I'm like,
oh, really?
Yeah, it's like, even if you don't agree with them, you don't have to read it.
I mean, it's just like,
even if you don't agree with what somebody says, you have as much of a right as them to tell them they're wrong, or
it's just
that
like,
they're stupid.
I don't think we should start at like because you're right, because like I don't think we should start at censoring people at all. I don't think that's where it should begin. I think everybody should just learn that misinformation gets spread so fucking easily, and then just stop believing everything you see. If you see something, you say, oh my god, that's crazy, research it, and then look into it a little bit more. Don't just take it at face value and be like, oh yeah.
That's been like my golden rule is like, if I see something on Facebook or something, I always look it up. Like that whole fucking Ellen thing. I was like, because when I saw that, I thought it was just some weird schizo commenting on something. I was like, nah, is that true? And I look it up and Google's like, yeah, the FBI confirmed that Ellen left the country. I'm like, oh, okay, it is true.
Yeah, which is, oh my god. Well, especially when you tell me something, it's not that I don't trust your word, but I myself.
Well, can you at this point? Because sometimes I do go out of my way just to gaslight you.
Yeah, that's so true. Actually, yeah, that's probably the response I have in my brain is like, Will said this. Let me make sure real quick. 'Cause I remember you telling me like the like Ellen thought people were canceling her or something because she was lesbian, and I was like, is that even true? Is that really what she said? And I looked it up and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, okay. Ellen is actually that stupid, huh?
And that is one thing, like especially these days. Because like I feel like this wasn't like it wasn't as fucking insane back in the day, like growing up and shit. Or maybe it's just
Oh.
because I pay more attention now. But like just shit like that, like I'm getting canceled because I'm lesbian when there's all this evidence that her workplace was like severely fucked.
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't think, unless you watched the Ellen show and saw her say, "Hey, I'm being canceled because I'm lesbian." You just hear me say that, and you'd be like, "Oh no, that's just conservative propaganda." And I'm not even conservative, but it's conservative propaganda anyway. And then you look it up, but then it gets even fucking more twisted because Vito had this fucking thing happen to him where he ended up being put on this list, this Gamergate list of all these conservative commentators quartering. I think Andy Signor was in there. All these people that like it was a whole fucking list that liberals made. Don't trust these people. They're spreading lies and misinformation. And Vito got put on there because he said the new Star Wars movies were bad. And all of a sudden he's this like evil conservative commentator who's trying to brainwash everybody into thinking that women shouldn't have equal rights in this country or whatever. And it's shit like that. It's just like, and Vito's like, I'm a fucking liberal. Like
Yeah.
I'm actually so liberal it's disgusting.
It's like I even hate myself.
Yeah, he's like, so where's this coming from? and he's like, and Gamergate, I don't even play games on my channel. Like,
oh fuck.
that was a pretty good video, and it's just like, yeah, no, do your research.
Yeah, that's all it is. These days, especially because like
Even if I say something, I'm giving you full permission to go look that up and be like, is that true? Don't take anything I say seriously, because I might be lying to you.
That, or you could also be misinformed in some way, you know, like
Yeah.
it just depends, man. I've had like people that who I generally trust with what they say would tell me something and I'd be like, that doesn't sound right, and I'd look it up and be like, you got misinformed. And like,
oh, they probably
either read
believed it too. They probably read it somewhere and were
and
like,
then I
oh,
just,
this
like
must be true.
yeah, and then I'll just sit there and be like, dude, it took me 5 minutes of research to find out what
It is
actually going on.
really weird to think that like, because like they treat it like this misinformation is so deeply rooted that you'll never find the truth like forever. It'll take forever to figure out, but you do like 5 minutes of research, it literally is that easy. You just use your brain, and everybody forgot how to fucking use their brain.
Yeah.
Or any
Don't
kind
even
of
just
basic
search for your side or the counterpoint or anything. Search for that.
Oh my god,
Search for the counter
that's
argument, search for
also I feel like
unbiased
bias.
research.
I feel like bias is like a huge issue because like even if you try to do unbiased research, you'll try to twist biased research into unbiased research. There's a lot of people who do that who are like very politically leaning one way and don't want to believe that oh, my lesbian idol might have committed a hate crime. Even though there's news about it, I'm just going to say, hey, those people are lying.
Yeah, fuck them. They hate her because she's lesbian and that's it. I don't want to hear anything else.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
You only hear what you want to hear, basically.
It's, yeah, definitely. It's just these days. I think schools should start teaching classes, like a mandatory class of don't believe, of like how to handle the fucking internet. Because we're in an age where it didn't used to be a thing. It did not, like, when did the internet happen? When did the boom of the internet happen? Like the 90s?
I mean, it really, I mean, the internet's been around since like the early mid 90s, but like it didn't really start taking off until Google like monopolized it.
And now I have this thing.
That is another
And
thing I don't think
can
we
do
talked about on here, but Google,
insane research.
I think Google's being sued. They got some kind of class action lawsuit against them or something because they monopolize the internet, which is illegal.
Nice.
Yeah.
They monopolize the internet.
Basically, they have like a monopoly on like every corner of the fucking
That's
internet.
actually so true.
And that's one of those
Because they
things
have
like
Chrome,
even
they
like
have
Disney. I don't know
Google.
why Disney doesn't have a lawsuit for that reason too, because like it's biased media because they own like all the news sources too.
That's so fucking wild that you say that. Google really did just like
Well, let me rephrase that. They own a large majority of news.
No, they monopolize the entire they monopolize the internet. That's it. That's so fucked. Yeah, they can't legally do that, huh?
Yeah, there is like there's some kind of law put in place where you can't monopolize certain things, like things that like
Like water.
probably
Like
I
an
can't
open
remember
source.
the technicalities of it. I read this whole article about how like you're not legally allowed to own all this shit because it would create some kind of bias or this and that and the other thing. I don't know. But
Yeah.
there was I'd have to look into that at some point and give an update. But yeah, there was like a lawsuit against Google for monopolizing a majority of the internet.
Let me do a thing real quick.
Have fun. Bro. All I saw was your ass come into frame. Ass come.
Oh, Jesus.
You could put it in your neighbor's wife and they wouldn't even know because it is dripless cum.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, that had to be done. I had to hang up a thing and then
Oh, were you
now the-
blocking light from your window?
yeah, because it was fucking
Yeah,
blinding.
I wish I could do that. I have Sal Volcano up in my window.
Nice.
So like every time somebody drives past my house, they can just see his face kind of illuminated at the top window.
What I feel like there was something. Oh, Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yeah, Bed Bath and Beyond.
I think that's it. At least it's either Bath and Body Works or no. It's yes, dude. I am telling you, this is the coolest fucking thing. So okay, this dude one day, and I forget the exact because I watched this video like probably a week or two ago at this point.
Mhm.
I'm gonna send you the fucking. It's so cool. But this guy did some research. It's an hour long. He did some research into this deal. Some dude basically pumped Bed Bath and Beyond stock because of the GameStop thing. So he's like, I'm gonna do that here. I'm pretty sure, I might be fuzzy on the details. But he wanted to pump their stock, and then everybody that was a shareholder there was like, huh, this is it. This is how we win big. So everybody joins in, and then after I think like 3 days or something. I don't remember. A couple days or a day of like the stock just go like skyrocketing. He just fucking dumps, and everybody's left stranded with this stock because they all bought into it. Bed Bath and Beyond fucking they went out of business in 2023
Wait, they did?
because of this. They were already kind of struggling. He pumped it up, everybody bought into it, and then they fucking dude.
I didn't know they went out of business. What?
It's the coolest fucking like
I was just watching Click the other day.
They just had it was the pandemic, and then like everybody started just buying shit online, so they didn't need to go to Bed Bath & Beyond anymore. They just kind of went on, like they were slowly going out anyway. This dude pumps their stock, dumps, everybody fucking gets stranded, and then there's a whole fucking cult now that is behind the idea that he will one day return and repump the stock. They were under the impression for the longest time that the stock was going to get he was going to come back because he was like this mastermind fucking, and he kept like tweeting cryptic things for them to uncover that he was still around. He was just fucking having a good old time. So this whole like there's a stream and everything, and it was a bunch of people that would meet like weekly. And it was basically a cult that believed that he was their savior. He was going to come back. So they kept like putting their money into this stock and trying to keep it afloat. And they were just like, yeah, it's gonna happen one of these days. They would take every little fucking thing as a sign. And then slowly it just wasn't happening. And then they went out of business and they all got fucking torched basically. And they were like, he'll come back in a different way. We're all looking for a sign of the
second coming.
Yeah.
He's risen.
And it was just like all these people are just left fucking bankrupt basically. Really fucking wild. You have to watch that video. I need to follow up on that because I forget exactly how it ended. Because that dude was talking about it.
So what was the GameStop thing?
You remember when GameStop got like their stock just fucking dipped out of nowhere?
Well, that's because they suck. I mean, GameStop itself is a fucking scam.
Yeah.
Hypothetically.
Yeah, 2021 rally. But it was kind of like that where this dude realized he had a lot more power than, he just I don't think he was involved in the GameStop thing. He might have been. But he pumped Bed Bath & Beyond, dumped it. Pretty much ruined families. People were getting divorced and shit over this. Like they're like
it's like
the actual like horrible stories on.
It's like the '90s parents fucking getting divorced over Beanie Babies.
Yeah. The Bed Bath & Beyond stock will increase in value one day. Jerry, you're out of here.
I got a divorce and my wife took half my crypto.
Yeah, it was kind of fucked. This is the funniest thumbnail I've ever seen. Hold on. I'm sending this to you. I just need you to open it. Actually, it'll be in the chat.
Yeah.
It's just the lightly in the background.
The unhinged meltdown of Reddit's worst meme stock influencer. I feel like this is something Turkey Tom would have covered.
Yeah, no, these are all really, really interesting. It's really cool stuff. I've been watching a lot of stuff like that though. Because I don't know, the world, there's so many untold stories that like I didn't even think about Bed Bath & Beyond until I saw the cult of the dead stock, and I was like, oh, what is this? And then I realized that Bed Bath & Beyond is out of business. It's like, damn, I used to like their soaps.
Yeah. No, that's Bath and Body Work, isn't it?
Bed Bath & Beyond also did like. I thought they did like their own soap lines and stuff.
It is the second word in their name. Bath.
Yeah.
Soap.
Beyond. I guess they do.
Remotes
They
that
do
control
fun.
your life.
Anyway, I always get those two mixed up too. But yeah, that was cool. It was
That's
just a
another
that
thing.
happened.
Speaking of Adam Sandler,
What?
So I don't know if I could say this. I worked at it. I'll bleep it if I have to. I worked at a dementia unit, and I had to take this. I had to take this like college course or whatever about like certain rights that people with Alzheimer's or dementia do or don't have or whatever,
Yeah.
and like how to deal with shit like that. Um, so one thing I learned was that somebody with dementia, no matter what they say, like if you were to be like, "Hey, sign this," they can't sign this because they're not doing it consensually. They're not doing it willingly because they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They have no like memory capacity to remember what you just told them they're signing, right? That being said, in 51st dates,
Yeah. Dude, okay. That fucking movie, dude.
Adam Sandler technically Barrymore. Because you remember she wakes up on the boat, like far away from her home, just out on the boat in the middle of the ocean, doesn't know where she's at, and then he's like, "Oh, here's a video. Here's all your kids that we had
that you just don't know about.
that you don't know about. Yeah, I pumped my seed into you, and you don't remember."
Like,
based on the laws of dementia, dementiated people, Adam Sandler technically.
Merry Christmas!
Yeah. That movie is glorifying, romanticizing even a
ho ho ho!
And her captor is that
yeah.
he
Her
kind of
captor.
did, like, you know, that's fucked. That movie's always been like really fucking gross,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah. Sometimes Adam Sandler hits a lot of the time, but sometimes he just yeah, sometimes he has some like there's some plot details in there that are just like, oh, that might have been a little creepy.
Yeah. Oh man. Anyway.
Anyway,
was the last one I have.
Santa Claus Dollar. Nice.
Klosthaler made a Santa beer. It's like half cranberry, but it's a non-alcoholic. Because I'm still sober. Been about 5 months now.
5 months since you've had a drink?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, man. It's been cool. It's been good to my brain. I feel a lot more human now than I ever did.
So before we get into these topics, I just remembered something. The drone sightings.
Oh yeah. I mean, we talked about that last time, right?
We talked about it, but have you seen how it fell off?
Yeah, like almost instantly.
So here's the thing. There was one video that made me like panic a little bit because it was a guy, he like, I think it was in New Jersey, and he was recording these drones that were flying around. They had spotlights on them, like big ass spotlights shining down, like scoping around. Yeah. And the cops were like threatening people to stop recording and go inside.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's
like
weird. I'm like looking at
You look it
Video
up, there's like nothing since like December 20th, probably. And the last thing I saw about it, I saw that the government or the FBI or something, they were arresting anybody who like interfered with the drones. And it's like, but that they're also claiming that they don't know where they're from or what they're doing here. But
Yeah.
if they're not that significant to you, why are you arresting anybody who tries to defend themselves when these drones are like swarming around their houses and shit and on their property? A lot of the shit just like disappeared. Like I can't find anything like from before or after December 20th, or like the most recent articles I can find. And then everything just plummeted. Nobody's there. There's nothing on it anymore. And then there was one that really kind of freaked me out a little bit. Did you see what Trump said about it?
Oh, weird. No.
So he was on NBC or CNN or something. I want to say CNN because the chances of Trump actually sticking around for more than 2 seconds on an interview with CNN is highly unlikely. But he was being interviewed about it, and he goes, he says that the only thing he can say is that the government knows what they're there for, why they're there, and everything. The Biden administration has something to do with it, and they're like, "So what is it?" He's like, "Well, I can't say anything more than that."
What the fuck?
Yeah, and that freaked me out.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, is he bullshitting? Is this just like a jab at his political opponents, or is he being serious?
President-elect Donald Trump claimed Monday that the federal government knows points of origin of the mystery drones flying over New Jersey.
Yeah, and they're like, "Can you tell us anything?" He's like, "I'm not allowed to say
I
anything.
can't say
I
anything.
can't say anything." Yeah,
Damn, that's fucking weird.
isn't that freaky?
Why the fuck? Why would he even say that? Why wouldn't he just be like, guys, don't worry about it.
Right? That's
fucking
terrifying. That's actually scary.
weird. Yeah.
Like it sounds like he knows, and everybody in the government probably knows, or anybody, with a high enough clearance, I guess, but they can't say publicly out of, fear or something, unless he's
Yeah,
bullshitting.
well-
That is a possibility.
That is a huge possibility considering who we're talking about. But like, good God, like that's a claim to make. When does he get inaugurated? When does that happen?
20th.
It's gonna be a wild time, man.
Yeah. I was telling Sierra, I was like, I kind of want to drive all the way down to Washington and put on like a heavy green jacket and a beanie and big ass glasses and recreate that scene from 2016. No! I think I changed. She didn't know anything about that. She'd never seen the meme or nothing. I don't know how. Yeah. She had no idea what I was talking about. And I'm like, "You've never seen that?" And I showed her the whole video. It was like Daily Mail or something. Like it was on the news. Like I was like, this was like on the news as they were filming the inauguration. That's why it was such a meme. That sounds like a fun time. Do you want to dress up as iconic 2016 feminists and go to Washington for inauguration day?
So down.
See if we can get on the news, maybe. Just going, no. That sounds like a fun bit.
Yeah.
It sounds very fun.
That'd be good. If we got like fucking 6 people.
Actually, since this is on the topic, I may as well mention, you are welcome to come with me, because when they announce his trial, me and my friend lives up in New York, and we're going to New York to stand outside like during the trial, during Luigi Mangioni's trial. Sorry.
I was like,
and show our support for our hero. So if you would like to take
I'm
a trip to New
so
York,
down to come with.
okay, cool.
When is that?
We're still waiting for them to say,
Oh,
but when it
Jesus,
does,
everything laid out.
hopefully it'll be when it's like 65 degrees or higher.
And hopefully it'll be enough time for me to call off of work that day. Ahead of time.
I will let you know as soon as I find out, so we all have time to call off work.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that'll be sick, dude.
Yeah, we can get some
can get
content
some-
for the channel.
I'll bring my... Never mind. You can bleep it.
I'll just
Pause
figure
it,
out a way to cut around this.
Oh. Yeah, man, anyway. No
Now they're
CEO
gonna
going
ask us before we go up there, hey, what was in that segment that you cut out of the show?
on.
What are you bringing? We're not bringing anything
Nothing.
but signs that say
bringing-
"Release my boy."
I'm bringing support and
Bringing support.
and care and I'm bringing Mario, man. Wait, can we dress up as Mario?
Mario and Luigi? Yes. Oh, dude, let's do that.
Oh my
With big
God.
picket signs. We'll be Mario and Luigi with big ass picket signs. And then
You know how many people are gonna be dressed up as Luigi?
we could probably
my
make a
God, man.
statement. We'll dress like a Koopa or a Goomba or something up as like a CEO and then stomp on it.
That's fucked. That'd be awesome. Oh my God.
Like, release my boy or this is gonna happen.
What
I
a
will
good
stomp
idea.
on a Goomba. That's don't look into it. Don't read
Don't
too,
look into it.
don't read too far into it. We're not gonna cause any violence. We'll show up as peaceful protesters
Well.
dressed as Mario and Luigi. We're gonna figure out how Sam Hyde felt when he got banned, blacklisted from the Creator Clash. Like, no, you're not allowed on the premise, sir. Well, why you not?
Oh.
You Koopa lover? You fucking Koopa lover? Well, anybody who's protesting to have Luigi put to death or whatever was be like, you fucking Koopa lover, and just start throwing mushrooms at them. No,
Oh
we
my
won't
God.
do any of that. I do want to show up at this event. It's incriminating
will.
ourselves right off the bat. We will show up as Mario and Luigi, though, at the very
Yeah.
least. At the
I gotta
very
get a good
most.
Luigi costume.
Oh yeah, you would be the Luigi because you're taller
Yeah.
and younger. You are my younger brother.
Is that canon?
Yeah, Luigi is Mario's younger brother.
Sick.
How did you not know that?
I don't know, I thought they were twins.
But it is on the topic list because Luigi, a couple weeks ago, right around the same time the Honey video dropped, actually, because I remember seeing this like right around the same time. He got transferred to New York, which is weird because he requested not to be extradited.
Okay.
Which doesn't that mean his trial would have had to been here? Because this is where he was captured.
Maybe.
So if he waived extradition, they couldn't take him to New York, right? But they did. At least that's my understanding of it.
Well, because the crime happened in New York.
They're also saying this is really weird. I saw the one of the governor, prosecutor, maybe I can't remember. But he was saying he committed several crimes here in Pennsylvania after the crime in New York. I'm like, what? Eating McRib, or is hitting on the chick at the hotel, the whatever receptionist? Is that a crime? What crime did he commit in Pennsylvania? Maybe he did. I don't know. I'm not aware of any though.
We just don't know yet. Yeah, I don't know, man. The McRib is back though, so like
The McRib is indeed back.
The McRib is like a full moon, you know.
I think in solidarity we should all. We should get some McRibs while we're out protesting.
Is that what he was eating?
Probably. Why else would he be at
Man.
McDonald's? The McRib was in
The
season.
McRib is back.
Yeah.
It's the only thing anybody's gonna buy.
Mhm.
God, it's so nothing. It's so like it's so
Well, here's the thing though.
Sauce flavored gray.
Barbecue flavored gray. So here's the thing though. So his trial's happening up there, or is going to happen up there. He's in New York. You know what they're trying to do?
Huh.
They're trying to give him the death penalty.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The death penalty isn't legal in New York.
Yeah,
Apparently, however, I found out that the death penalty is legal here in Pennsylvania.
What?
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought the death penalty was illegal everywhere
Okay.
except like Texas.
I've got to be careful then.
Yeah. Dude, the death penalty is legal in Pennsylvania. That's fucking insane. I hate this
2022.
state.
6 states in the United States have had the death penalty as a legal punishment for capital offense. However, some states have moratoriums on executions.
But it's not legal in New York, I'm pretty sure. They
Pennsylvania
abolished it in like 2005.
Gubernatorial.
Gubernatorial. What is
gubernatorial?
Is that Amish
I
or
don't
something?
know. Gubernatorial moratorium.
Gubernatorial.
Executions. Damn, that's fucking weird. I always thought like if all else fails, I'll just commit something like large enough to go to jail, but small enough to not get like fucking, you know, because then I just have a place
But you
to
know
stay,
what's
you know?
funny about that to me is the fact that there's all these people who commit murders like insane. Jeffrey Dahmer didn't even get the death penalty. I think John Wayne Gacy did, but who Jeffrey Dahmer? Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer was murdered by an inmate.
Oh yeah, well he might have been like on his way to getting the penalty. But also, when did he get? Because when did the death penalty get like
Lifted?
Yeah, from most states, because
like 2005, I'm pretty sure, which is actually really fucked how recent that is.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked. Considering the amount of like inmates that were wrongly convicted and then
euthanized.
Because, yeah.
Well, here's the thing: how many people are going to prison and serving like, if you think about it. Bro, this motherfucker, I just watched this whole thing about this dude who was on Joe Rogan. Did you watch that? The guy who like murdered a family? Like he was
what?
Yeah, there was this dude on Joe Rogan and some guy who like is regularly on Joe Rogan, I can't remember his name. He's like, oh yeah, this guy who was wrongly convicted for robbing some guy's house or something and pistol whipped him and this and that. Well, apparently he was wrongly convicted because he didn't do all these things, and he got more time than he was supposed to. He was in there for like 40 years or some shit in prison, and he's on Joe Rogan talking about how like, oh yeah, the sentencing was like way too severe for my crime or whatever, because I just broke into somebody's house, that's all it was, or something, or I just robbed somebody. But turns out the judge gave him that sentencing because he like pistol whipped the crap out of this guy and all this other shit with a gun.
Yeah.
So that's why he got as harsh a sentencing as he did. But like immediately after he did that Joe Rogan, he went back to the guy that called the police or whatever and murdered him and his family.
Okay, so yeah, I'm looking at this fucking this slight article title of he was on Rogan and then killed somebody 38 days later.
And he and then he left the house wearing a wig a blonde wig because he thought that would
Sheldon Johnson, murder of Colin Small.
My point being that there's people like this doing shit and they don't get the death penalty. They don't even get life in prison. But Luigi Mangione is getting the death penalty because he shot a healthcare CEO.
Yeah. And people are getting apparently well, okay, that might have also just been misinformation, but apparently a lot of us are on a watch list now. Because
what?
Anybody that showed support for that, because it was so open, people are like really like voicing that are probably all on a watch list.
Wait, is this a thing that's or are you saying that
No. It was a thing that I saw that I didn't look into at all. I just kind of went, huh, that's it's probably right.
Remember what we talked about before the intermission, Tristan?
Yes.
Going back on your one ground rule.
Well, it was just kind of like I was sitting there, I was like, I don't really care because I'm probably already on some kind of watch list. With my Google searches and who I am, what I talk about, and the jokes I make because I say bomb for fun.
Anyway, yeah, we're gonna show our support for the man.
The man.
And I mean, I hope they stuck him in a cell where there's a lot of plumbing.
Dude, can we cut the episode? That's how it ends.
They just go to Luigi Mangione's cell to check. They turned off the cameras first.
Oh,
and then they go over to Luigi's cell and they're like, "Where'd he go?" And then they see the toilets in the middle of flushing.
I just see his little
He's crawling around New York's sewer system. He's stepping.
Could you imagine if that is how life decides to imitate art? That he's actually a magical plumber. It's just like, oh, this is our first glimpse at real magic in the real world, and it's Luigi, not even Mario.
It's not even our first glimpse because they turned off the cameras before going to his cell.
Oh my god, yeah. No, so it's just an old conspiracy that we don't actually know anything.
An old tale, a modern fairy tale.
The guards all claim that they
modern
saw the same
folklore. The guards all claim they saw the same thing. Luigi's hat floating.
That, like, History Channel editing where it's just like, the guards all claim they saw the same thing. Luigi leaving through the toilet. Yeah, and I don't know, man. It was weird. It was weird. He was there, but he wasn't. He was going down the toilet. I saw his hat, and he winked at us before he left. And nobody fucking believed me.
It'd be edited like that. You ever see that AVGN or Cinemassacre, I guess, where they were talking about Mimmel the Elf?
Oh yeah.
They're like, it was like a Discovery Channel docuseries or whatever. I don't know if I talked about this in the last one, but the lawyer representing him is married to the lawyer who's representing P. Diddy.
That lawyer has to know they're fighting a losing case, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's not even. I think their job at that point is just to get the minimal sentencing for Diddy.
That's all they can do.
Possible. That's all they really. Yeah. That's fucking nuts. A small world.
Did you see Hollywood is on fire?
Oh my god, yeah. How did we not talk about that already? Yeah, like the whole everything is on fire in California.
Alex Jones here. You think it might be just foreshadowing?
What?
Well, just the fact that
world?
the Epstein and Diddy lists are going to be revealed, and Hollywood suddenly bursting into flames is a metaphor for the elites
Are finally
getting
getting,
exposed.
That'd be cool.
That'd be
I
cool
would
if it was
love
like
that.
foreshadowing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Hollywood's on fire, quite literally.
I mean, like that sucks. Sorry to everybody who's like struggling there. That's probably not great. I hope.
Well, here's the
everybody's
thing.
alright.
My buddy lives in Hollywood, and he was posting pictures on Facebook of the city just looking completely normal. And he's like, "Yep, here's Hollywood. It's nothing like what you're seeing on the internet. I feel safe and sound right here."
Oh my god, it's a big area though, right? Like,
Yeah,
my
pretty
dude,
good landscape picture.
I guess I won't say who said this. Nobody I'm close to or anything, but it's somebody that could be discernible. If I were to, you don't know them. They're an acquaintance of mine. Was saying that it's all a hoax, right? Which is
Wait, you're friends with Alex Jones?
yeah, just like a nuts thing to
Oh wait, is this when you went on Joe Rogan?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I forget. Oh my god, I forget. We still have to talk about that, but we'll get there one day. I don't know. It's a long list because that episode can't air. He told me it can't.
Right.
We went too deep, and then we just we became kind of like buddies in a horrible I don't know, tragedy. We kind of understand that we can never speak of those things again. Anyway, this looks awful. I'm like actually scrolling through.
But what did this acquaintance of yours tell you?
Oh, he was just saying, it's all a hoax. And I was like, I don't That's about it. I'm just kind of like are we sure we can just say that off rip?
Oh yeah, true. So do you want to move on to Blake Lively?
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
So Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have been in hot water for a good bit now, starting because I think Blake Lively is trying to create this this image for herself. Like I'm just like you, and you should feel more sympathetic toward me, because I don't know if you saw, this was shortly after Deadpool 3 came out, because she did this she did this other movie with this guy, and she's trying to sue her co-star or whatever for some kind of sexual misconduct or whatever. And then other people have been like digging up like how shitty of a person she is in like interviews and stuff. I don't know if you've seen these because they went super viral, like how she made like all of her like people in the interviews or people she's on interviews with like feel really uncomfortable.
Huh.
So
No.
her
Yeah,
and
that's
Ryan Reynolds, it started with her, and then I think Ryan Reynolds like kind of got himself tied up into it because it's his wife. He has to like support her in somehow, I guess.
Yeah.
They went on this whole like oh, Blake Lively comes from a like rough working class upbringing. She's just like you and me, and she had to struggle to get to where she is now, and yada yada yada. And people are clapping back at that because they're like, her parents were actors and producers, and her siblings are actors. She grew up in a family of wealth and power.
Oh my
What do you mean
really?
she was like had a working class upbringing and struggled?
Dude.
And my theory is that she's only trying to get this sympathy toward her so she looks better for suing the guy she was in this movie with.
Oh, it's fucking okay. So the way this is phrased is really funny. Lively had a relatively normal childhood in a family of actors and entertainment professionals. That's not normal.
No.
That's like
That's the
my
furthest thing
parents are,
from
like,
normal.
everywhere. Oh my god, that's awesome.
If you think about normalcy and like who grew up in a normal life, you don't think Carrie Fisher, who both their parents were actors.
Yeah. That's fucking wild. Well, it's how stupid do you have to think people are? And how stupid do you have to be to think people are that stupid that you can just blatantly lie? And
Yeah.
just be like, I had to struggle, and I'm sure you did have your struggles in your life, but they weren't related.
Yeah,
to
everybody
finances.
everybody has struggles, but your struggles were not related to ours in any way. You
Yeah.
didn't have to flip burgers just to get by on a minimum wage and afford super inflated housing.
You did not
prices,
worry that
Yeah.
rent wasn't going to be made.
Right.
It was just.
Ugh, I don't even want to get into that right now because that's a struggle of mine. But I saved this article specifically because we're going to talk about our favorite person.
Is it fucking iDubbbz?
No,
Okay.
somebody else who made multiple appearances in our season 1 of the Uncle Bill Show. Our struggles, our struggling times. Amber Heard
Oh, fuck.
speaks out about Blake Lively allegations against Justin Baldoni. I saw this firsthand.
Nobody's gonna believe a goddamn word.
As soon as I saw Amber Heard jump on this, I was just like,
It's gone. Holy
this would
fuck.
be something she would try and get herself involved in. This is like Amy Schumer making the Oscar slap about herself.
real.
Did you ever hear about that? Like she was like when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars, it just awakened this trauma in me, and blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a fucking dumb bitch.
Couple people are doing that.
Anyway, let's continue with this article. Baldoni retained the PR crisis manager Johnny Depp used during his high-profile defamation trial against Amber Heard in 2022. In an exclusive statement to NBC News, Heard said that social media misinformation is as horrifying as it is destructive. She's really still trying to claw her way up out of this hole she dug.
Good lord.
I thought she had finally just, made the right move and just disappeared and tried to, because, I'm pretty sure she was, starring in, porn or some shit just to get her fucking, finances back in order.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah,
keeping a low
kinda got
profile.
fucked for that one, huh?
Yeah. Amber Heard said that social media is where a lie becomes the truth in response to complaint Blake Lively filed against her It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni, telling NBC News on Monday that she saw this firsthand.
We all know that Heard's eyewitness testimony can be perfectly trustworthy.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Even the photo evidence she has is very trustworthy.
Yeah.
Lively accused Baldoni, the film's director. Oh, it was a director. Wait. I thought Baldoni was the co-star. I don't know. Of sexual harassment, creating a hostile work environment, and trying to tarnish her reputation with a targeted social media campaign and an undated complaint filed with the California Civil Rights Department. The complaint said Baldoni retained prominent PR crisis manager Melissa Nathan, the woman Johnny Depp hired during his high-profile trial with defamation trial. against Heard, his former wife. In an exclusive statement shared with NBC News, Heard, who lives in Spain, said social media is the absolute personification of the classic saying, a lie travels halfway around the world before truth can get its boots on. I saw this firsthand and up close, as it is horrifying as it is destructive. So basically, she didn't see it firsthand. She's just speaking metaphorically, like, "Oh,
Yeah,
this
she's
happened.
saying,
This happened to me too."
Yeah. She's literally starting the Me Too movement. It's just-
Right, like that was the whole thing with the defamation trial, was because she was trying to use the Me Too movement to back her lie, and now she's jumping right back in here trying to
doing
like,
it again.
yeah, I am the face of the Me Too movement. Except this time it's Blake Lively. Amber Heard is saying, I am making Blake Lively now the face of the Me Too movement, just so it can save my career that I destroyed.
Holy fuck, dude. What a fucking wild person. How do you...
I just
Oh
feel
my
bad for
God.
Ryan Reynolds. I mean, it was one thing to try and like support your wife or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what he knows. I don't know what happened to Blake Lively. It could be true. I don't know. It just shit kind of just went south whenever her image was tarnished with, old interviews being resurfaced and people putting her in a bad light. But the fact that Amber Heard shoehorned herself into this situation
Yeah.
can't be good for either of them.
Oh my God, dude, right.
Like,
What
I
are we
hope
doing?
whoever is in the right in this lawsuit gets heard. No pun intended.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, man.
damn, like Amber Heard is like a bad omen at this point. Like as soon as you hear her name, it's like,
Yeah.
what would that be? It's just
Monkey
a witch doctor ooga booga curse at this point.
Yeah.
It's like saying Voldemort's name out loud. It's like saying
Ryan
Beetlejuice 3 times.
Friedman, a lawyer for Justin Baldoni, said they plan to sue Blake Lively, quote unquote, into oblivion as the legal drama between it ends with us co-stars continues. Oh my God.
That is quite a statement. Holy shit.
Oh my God. Apparently, so when asked if they plan to sue Blake Lively, Ryan Friedman responded, into oblivion. Wait until you see this lawsuit.
That is such a fucked thing to say. Wait until you see what we got cooking up. Oh, put it all on black, baby.
Holy fuck. It'd be so funny if it was just like one little piece of whatever, and then they were like, yeah, no, that doesn't really do anything, sir. And it's like, oh. There's
It's
my
one
ace in the
thing.
hole.
It's one thing to say, yeah, we plan to take any legal action to defend our client or whatever. But to say, wait till you see this fucking lawsuit we're cooking up. God, she's never going to recover from this shit.
That's like really fucked. Oh my God. There's no way that
I feel like that's the 2020s like personified. Wait till you see this lawsuit.
dude, it really is.
It's like that episode of episode of South Park, the sexual harassment panda, where everybody's like, "Oh, let's sue each other." That's the whole 2020s, bro.
Dude, it's been oh my fucking God, it really just has been one lawsuit after another.
Yeah. I'm going to
This
speak
is
out
off
against
of-
this. Yeah, well, guess what, motherfucker?
You're kidding.
Check this
This
out.
is from Newsweek. And I don't know if Newsweek writes trustworthy articles, but that is apparently like they're quoting his lawyer And this has been up for almost 24 hours, so I have to assume it's at least somewhat viable.
This is yeah. Amber Heard is just such a bad omen for anything.
I'm actually this is gonna be another not another Johnny Depp and Heard, because that was a whole different that one was crazy.
At
This
the
is just gonna
time,
be-
Depp said the jury gave me my life back, but Heard said the decision sets back the clock to a time when a woman who spoke up and spoke out could be publicly shamed and humiliated. Bitch, you did that to yourself.
right.
You brought in
You
false evidence. You lied under oath, point blank. You put makeup, bruises on your face to go get pictures done at TMZ, where the employee who formerly worked for TMZ called it out on stand.
Oh my god, this is wild. You know, if you look up a celebrity, hold on.
What, you mean this shows their net worth?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Oh,
just
that's
don't
always
show
been a thing.
Amber Heard's.
Oh, they don't show it now.
They just don't show Amber Heard's net worth. Actually, they don't show like anybody's. The AI. Okay, hold on.
So I guess our last big one is a movie review.
Is it Wicked?
No.
I liked that one. It was good.
Oh God.
What's the movie?
Robert Eggers' Nosferatu.
Fuck. I was like, I knew I needed to see something, and I just didn't fucking know what.
I did do like write up a whole spoiler free one.
Okay, cool. Is it bad?
Is it bad?
Yeah.
Oh God. It seems like a lot of people are split. Because from what I've seen of like the positive reviews, they all seem like they're saying the same thing. And it sounds like people who just kind of turn their brains off when they're in a movie. Like the kind of people who like Axel, for example, he'll go see a really shitty Marvel movie that's like very blatantly bad, and he'd be like, "Oh, dude, but fucking Wolverine was in it. Ah, wow, it was so awesome when Wolverine said, 'Let's do this.' Dude, that was so cool. I was like, 'Let's go, man.'"
That is how Axel sounds. Yeah, you're right.
Axel is the definition of the kind of audience that these studios target. So
Okay.
that they don't have to put any actual work in. They're just like, "Hey, here's a superhero you like. Oh, gimme.
Jingling keys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of like it would be good if you were a turn your brain off kind of person.
I guess,
But if
and
you have any
also
sort
if
of
you never watched any of the other Nosferatu movies or know what Nosferatu is, like I feel like that's what it is. A lot of people who don't know anything about the property, and they're just like, "God, I love Robert Eggers' work. This is deep."
Yeah.
Have you seen the original? Have you seen the
No,
original You haven't seen the original 1922? Oh.
No, I've been meaning to just sit down and watch one of these like Octobers, just binge every.
So here's the
old
thing.
horror or whatever.
The 1922 version. Oh my God. I was really my dad didn't like it. My dad hates Nosferatu because I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't like reading because it was a silent film. It was before talking in movies were a thing.
Yeah.
But me and my older brother, like, oh my God, I saw it for the first time. I was probably like 10, and it became like an obsession. Like I fucking loved that movie. It was so good. That version of the movie, the history behind it is insane because Bram Stoker. Bam Stroker.
Okay.
Can somebody make that a thing? Like a it's a flashlight of Bam Margera and just call it Bam Stroker. Anyway, that's my joke for this
Cool.
this segment. Anyway, Bram Stoker wrote Dracula in like 1897, I think, somewhere around there.
Hmm.
And oh fuck, what was his name? The guy who made Nosferatu, F.W. Murnau. Murnau, I think I'm pronouncing that right. He was really into occultist stuff, so he really liked Dracula, and he wanted to make a film, but unfortunately, couldn't get past copyright laws. So he had to pretty much. Nosferatu essentially became its own thing, other than like I guess the plot, because Dracula was described, or always like in future, like whenever people actually got the rights to use Dracula, Dracula's always been known as this like suave looking immortal, like he's immortal.
Yeah,
so he's
classy.
Yeah, he's a ladies' man, James Bond-esque, but with a sensation for blood.
And he's a little crazy, but not noticeably.
I wouldn't say anything about Dracula was super edgy occultist type of shit, like Satan worship and
Right.
I think the edgiest thing about Dracula is that he liked banging women and drinking blood.
Yeah.
Nosferatu kind of became its own thing because of the way they had to go around copyright. So Nosferatu actually got its name from a Roman word which means plague bringer. So all the characters' names were changed. The story is about the same, where your main character, he works for a real estate company, and he has to go to Romania, or Transylvania, rather, and meet with Count Orlok. It's not Count Dracula in here, it's Count Orlok. And Count Orlok wants to move to this town in Germany. Because I guess his goal in here is to basically steal the main character's wife. He wants to hit that.
Okay.
The thing, so I've seen the original so many times, and in Nosferatu, maybe I'm missing something, but I don't think he learns about Thomas's wife until he gets a hold of his locket with her picture in it. And he's like, oh, who's this enchanted woman? Right? And then that's when his goal is to... But prior to that, he already had his eyes set on this town. Now, both versions, the 1922 and the 1979 version, the idea I got from it, like, it all felt very subtle to start.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the 79 version, when he's in there having dinner with Count Orlok and they're signing the contract and everything. It's dark. You hear the wolves howling outside. There's like they're talking softly. That's another big thing, is Count Orlok talked very softly. He had that hat on and everything. The what I garnered from it is the subtlety is kind of there because he's meeting Count Orlok for the first time, and because Thomas and them, they're not from a town where they believe in like occultist shit or the idea of vampires or the devil walking among us. They're very they're like, oh, if it's not proven by science that vampires exist, then we don't believe it.
Yeah.
They're very modern, I guess. So my interpretation of this when he meets Count Orlok for the first time is he's a little shaken because of his appearance, but he's probably just kind of like also like he has this feeling like something's wrong. There was obviously like fear there.
But it's not like this dude's a fucking like
this guy's a vampire. Like, no, maybe he just looks different. Maybe he has some deformity. That's how I always interpreted it. And then sure enough, when by the end of them signing the contract and everything, he realizes that this is the real deal. I got to get back home and save my wife and my town because this guy is bringing a plague of fucking diseased rats to kill everybody in that town. That was Orlok's whole... He did survive off of drinking people's blood, but his whole shtick was that he brought the Black Death to Germany.
Yeah.
And that's what really like cemented him as the character. I almost said Bram Stoker. Bram Stoker's wife, who hated Dracula. She hated Dracula because everybody called her the wife of Dracula, and she hated that nickname. She found out about this movie and got pissed. She never watched it or anything. She just immediately was just like, "Oh yeah, there's some similarities, so I'm going to sue their company in the ground." That was the first and only movie they ever made. And they got sued into the ground, and she ordered that every copy of that movie be burned.
What the fuck?
So Nosferatu almost never was like the only people who would have seen Nosferatu are those who seen it in 1922 in theater when it was first released.
Yeah.
However, somehow a couple copies made it on like a boat or something to Italy and United States. And then they were preserved, and like years later,
we were able to
we were able to see it whenever the copyrights got lifted. Then Werner Herzog made Nosferatu the Vampire in 1979, which the German version is way better for the same reason that Squid Game is better in Korean, because
just voice acting.
Yeah, like they shot it twice actually.
Too, I bet
they shot it twice because they didn't even dub it.
Oh, they just redid it in English.
They redid it in English. So that's why there's one version where they act in their native like language and everything, and they're able to, emote better, I guess.
Yeah.
And also like there's better shots. They shoot it from different angles in the original version because, like I said, they just started from scratch and redid the whole movie from the ground up in the English version. So they shot two versions of the movie.
Wild, actually.
Yeah.
What a way.
The English version's still like really good, but it's not as good as the German version. Just because it's a lot more menacing because they can act
in their
a little
native
more
language.
And then that one, Nosferatu the Vampire, they use the original names from Dracula because I think it became public domain at that point, or they somehow got the rights to Dracula. So that one, there was a lot about that movie that was really good, but it tried to be Dracula a little too much, and I feel like that's where it flopped for me, especially the ending kind of failed for me.
Gotcha.
But now Robert Eggers decided,
what a shitload of fuck.
Hey, I've cemented myself for making really weird homoerotic movies in a style that people really enjoy. Now it's time for me to cement myself in Hollywood as just another director who takes old cherished properties and shits on them. How about I start with Nosferatu? as soon as the movie starts, dude, as soon as the movie starts, this is another thing, is it's been my luck going to the movies in the 2020s. As soon as the movie starts, it's porn. It's straight up porn. I'm not going to spoil it by saying like exactly
who's doing what, but yeah.
Yeah. But Lily Rose Depp's character, she's I think Alice was the name. So I think it was Susan in the original Nosferatu. So like basically what he did, I guess he remade Dracula, but with Nosferatu names. And at this point, I'm like, if you want to remake Dracula, then remake Dracula. But if you don't know the distinctions of Nosferatu and what made it Nosferatu, then don't make a Nosferatu movie. Just remake Dracula.
Remake Dracula, or make your own domain that's just like some spin-off. That like you.
That's still like treading too close. But like this whole movie, it was just like, if you want to remake an edgier version of Dracula, then do that.
Yeah.
But it just starts out with Lily Rose Depp's character being like ghost raped, I guess. And apparently it's supposed to be when she's a teenager. I didn't notice until I saw reviews about it that people said it flashes forward after that scene to after she's married. So I thought it was all happening, I thought the way they set it up, like the way they shot it, it looked like it was happening the night before this supposed flash forward. But the whole movie is Lily Rose Depp just laying on her back having orgasms. Like
the whole movie?
90% of her scenes is that. And then a lot of the movie, I think the best way I've ever been able to describe this is a Rob Zombie movie, but with life sucked out of it. Where it's all just edgy, satanic imagery and porn. Demon fetish porn. And to my surprise, you remember the last time we talked about like the trailer dropping and everything? We said like with Robert Eggers' style, I wouldn't be surprised if they just held on a still shot and bitched out of a cheap jump scare.
Right.
We were wrong about that. Because every 5 minutes they just throw in this random, and it just has no place there. It's just there to kind of like Citizen Kane. I don't know if you ever saw Citizen Kane, but one thing that's notorious for is in the middle of the movie, dead middle of the movie, there's a scene where I think they're in court or something, and then randomly there's a shot of a parrot shows up in frame and goes, and that was it's not the first jump scare ever made. That actually goes to Cat People from the 1930s, I think. But a lot of people cite that as the first jump scare. And his reason for putting it in there, he said, I feel like too many people would have been bored and lost halfway through this movie, so I threw it in there to wake everybody up. And I feel like that's what Robert Eggers was going for in this, because this movie was so fucking boring. So goddamn boring. I even almost fell asleep a few times.
It's just Dracula.
It's just Dracula, but very edgy. It feels like a 13-year-old made this. And was yeah, I kind of worship Satan. The kid with the fedora on and the trench coat comes to school with the neck beard. He's like, yes, I am a Satan worshiper, but it's not quite like what you think. I am into occult rituals and diamonds, but if you just read the Satanic Bible, you'll understand where I'm coming from.
I hate that.
I do enjoy drinking blood quite a bit. But yeah, that's what, and a lot of a lot of the scenes, like I feel like it's just straight for shock value. Like I don't even know how to explain it. It's so fucking edgy. And it's cheap jump scares. Like, and I honestly, like I said, I think it's more because I was surprised that there was even a jump scare in a Robert Eggers movie. That the first couple actually got me. But other than that, like, it was so fucking frequent. It was just like, oh, wow, another one.
That's just annoying, dude. It's like...
It was super annoying.
Can we just fuck you, dude? Like, I don't want to...
There was one shot when he was traveling to Transylvania. They had gorgeous shots. That's the thing. There were only 2 scenes in this that were kind of like, that felt like an honest remake of Nosferatu, but they only hold on that for about like 3 seconds, and then they're like, all right, back to being boring and edgy. And I'm like, come on, I wanted more of that.
Yeah.
Then he gets to Nosferatu's castle and meets with Count Orlok for the first time. And here's the thing, like I said, even in Werner Herzog's version, Orlok, even in the English dub, Orlok was very subtle in the way that he spoke, in this way that like kind of crawls up your spine. It's like, is this just some kind of misunderstood guy, or is there something creepy going on? And it's just the way he talked to him. It was just like sickly.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really, even in the 1922 version, they were the guy who made it. He was so good with like filming without like actual dialogue or audio or whatever, that you even get that feeling that he's talking very subtly and soft in the 1922 version. Not in Robert Eggers' version. Immediately, as soon as he walks in there, it's this thick boom. It was so loud I couldn't even understand what fucking Bill Skarsgård was saying. But he has this very thick Transylvanian accent, which is like, cool. Yeah, that's where he's from. So it would be obvious that he would have a Transylvanian accent. But they put so many layers of effects and booming noise and shit over it. And like, he's like, you can make a scene intense with subtlety, but he doesn't do that at all in here. It's like shaky cam, fucking everything. The guy playing him, he's like really big for some TV show, I guess. I don't know anything about him. He's trying to like do this like over exaggerated fear, and then you can kind of see him in the background going, but it's constantly overshadowed by
ew.
Yeah, because like Bill Skarsgård just keeps walking in front of the camera, and I'm thinking he's trying to do this like, oh, I'm not going to reveal what he looks like until later. But like he does it way too much that you can't see anything that's happening, and it's like really fucking like irritating.
It's just annoying. Yeah.
You can have him in the background, like in the shadows, silhouetted or something. That would be cool. But like he keeps having him walk in front of the camera, and I don't know what's going on. It's fucking loud. As soon as he walks into the castle, again, the subtlety's not there. He's just immediately this very commanding and terrifying, and I feel like that's not the character that, like at all. He's like, you're late. Like it's so fucking loud.
Jesus.
He's like, you were supposed to be here with the contract a long time ago, an hour ago. You kept me waiting. I ought to kill you right now. And it's just like, wow, okay. If it was me at this point, I would have just walked out the fucking door. Like, fuck you then. You're not moving into my town. I don't want you to be my neighbor, you fucking prick. Right. It's just immediately like this presence that's like, okay, yeah, he's the villain. Why the fuck is this guy still chilling here? And then we get the reveal of Nosferatu. Absolutely butchered it. He's got this giant Ron Jeremy like porn stash. He kind of looked like, what's his name? Rasputin.
Yeah.
He looked like Rasputin. And I think Eggers said he wanted it to look more like what Dracula was based on, which was Vlad the Impaler.
But that's not what. Okay.
This is the thing. There's like no creative vision or anything. It's just like, oh, well, he was described as looking at like Vlad the Impaler in the book, so let's make him look like exactly like Vlad the Impaler. And it's back to what I said. If you want to make a Dracula movie, then make a Dracula movie.
Yeah.
But don't call it Nosferatu, because it's not Nosferatu. Nosferatu looked like a fucking rat. A pale, tall, stiff, ugly rat with big pointy elf ears. He didn't look anything like that in this. Again, it's really boring, and there's the acting is abysmal. It's like theater kid acting the whole way through. Everybody was like theater kid acting. It was so annoying to listen to. The only person who really delivered his lines with actual emotion and depth was Aaron Taylor Johnson, who was in this. Craven the Hunter.
Yeah.
Also,
apparently that's awful.
Do you know who else he was in, or who else he was?
Dracula.
He was the one. He was the white twin in Bullet Train.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's in here, and he delivers a line. I'm not going to say why or what was going on, but he does deliver a line where it's just like so much emotion, and it's like the one point in the movie I actually felt any kind of like emotion for a character in here. I'm like, damn, it's pretty deep. But everybody else is just like, oh, hearken to the time where the skies were blue and the seagulls were flying amongst the beach, and oh, please don't go. It was a lot of that. It was like Shakespearean, but like really annoying. Yeah. And that's another thing. Like Robert Eggers is very supposedly very detail oriented when he's like trying to film something that's like, okay, it's taking place in the 1860s, right? So this is how everything has to be. This is how they talk. This is how they act. This is how they dress. This is what everything looked like. Apparently, he was very anal about that shit and how everything's supposed to be. But immediately, what my first thing when I was like, other than the porn, as soon as I heard them talking, I was just like, wait, isn't this supposed to be 1860s Germany? Should they not have a German accent? Why are they all British? Why are they all very British?
Oi, governor.
I mean, that was just a nitpicky thing. I got over it pretty quick. I was like, okay, I guess they're British now. Again, make a fucking Dracula movie, dude. Yeah. Dracula was set in Britain. Anyway, yeah, that was a big thing. Is like he can't decide if he's making a Dracula movie or if he wants to make a Nosferatu movie. So that was irritating.
He probably should have just not made either and fucking call it a day.
Yeah. I've never really cared for his work, but a lot of people really like his directorial style. Whatever.
I don't know. I don't really know.
Willem Dafoe makes his appearance, and immediately, as soon as he shows up, he's stumbling over his lines. Like either he's...
Really?
It's like a combination of he's not taking this seriously and he's going to go full goofy with it. And also he just does not care and didn't bother to read his lines because like it sounded like when you were narrating Dragon Ball Ed and you kept stumbling. That's how Willem Dafoe's line delivery was. As soon as he's like, oh, what accent should I be using? My boy! You're here. And it immediately, like, it was like a tonal shift. I was like, what's happening right now? Everybody in my theater were like laughing audibly, especially like at one point he's like, "Begone, evil spirits!" And then sets like a whole tomb on fire. I don't know what their point of being there was. I guess it was to distract them because they had a plan. And then they're following this plan. And then I don't know if Willem Dafoe's character was in on Lily Rose Depp's plan that she decided to go with, which was slightly based off of the Werner Herzog version, but like it's like he's trying to remake 3 different properties at the same time, and it makes no fucking sense. So, yeah, I left like kind of right before that scene where Aaron Taylor Johnson put on that fucking immaculate performance as the only, like, out of everybody in this movie, I will only give Aaron, not even Willem Dafoe. I mean, I'm glad he had fun with it.
Yeah.
But the only performance that really stood out for me was Aaron Taylor Johnson's, because he actually conveyed emotion, whereas everybody else were just like reading a script very dramatically and boring. When I walked back in, because I had to take a piss, I walked back in and I hear all these people in the theater going, wow, this is fucking awful. And then that just like brought a little more like confidence. I was like, oh, thank God I'm not the only one here who thinks this is a terrible movie. And like I could hear all these people snickering, just being like, this is really fucking awful. There was like probably 3 people I watched walk out, and I thought they were going to the bathroom, and I completely forgot about them, right? And then I see this whole row in front of us walk out, and then Sierra goes, are they walking out? Is everybody walking out? And I'm like, oh, maybe they're going to the bathroom. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. That's why it said about the 3 people who left 20 minutes into this movie, and they haven't been back yet. Maybe they are walking out. Half the theater was gone by the end of that movie.
God damn, dude.
And the final scene, I'm not going to spoil it, but the final scene was so fucking abysmal and absurd. Like, absolute dog shit. That as soon as it was over and cuts to credits, everybody in the theater burst out laughing hysterically. And you can tell, like, Robert Eggers made this scene because he thought, like, oh, this is very dramatic and artsy. But everybody laughed hysterically. My whole theater was laughing. Even when I went and seen Ted, like, people were laughing out loud during that shit in theater.
Yeah.
This is probably the most laughs I've ever heard in a theater, and this is supposed to be a dramatic as fuck movie the whole way through. It's not even like any of the characters dropped any lines that were supposed to be like, you know, uplifting a little bit. Like, yeah, like these little like, haha, like a little bit, introduce a little levity. He didn't even like write anything though. This was supposed to be a very serious movie from beginning to end, and everybody was dying. That's when I got up. I was like, I'm not the only one. Thank God. It was the theme. He does a gender swap, I guess, of the main protagonist. Whereas, because I guess now you can't have a damsel in distress in movies anymore. That's gonna fuck up the power dynamic, and it's kind of misogynistic. So he does this whole thing where instead of Thomas being the protagonist trying to save his wife, he swaps it now where, and I was asking Sierra during the movie, I'm like, am I being misogynistic and like hyperbolic by saying it seems like there's a theme here where like it feels like Nosferatu is like, so like I got the theme like that, and that was the only thing that was subtle about this movie, was the theme, was that like Nosferatu is like the embodiment of all these misogynistic male figures in this woman's life, and like her husband and the doctors, everybody who's trying to help her and trying to figure out, because it kind of contradicts itself. If this is the theme that everybody is this misogynistic figure in her life and not taking what's going on, because it's supposed to be about how they treated female hysteria in the 18th century or whatever. They didn't give enough care to how women were acting and just wrote it off as like hysteria or whatever. But it contradicts itself because like everybody's doing everything they can to figure out how to help her. But then it's this theme of they're all misogynistic and don't listen to her, and they're the villains. And now she's performing this ultimate sacrifice to save everybody because she's the real hero of the story. And I'm like, am I just a piece of shit, or am I seeing a really dumbass theme here? And sure enough, after the movie came out, I looked into it more, and he said that is exactly what he was going for.
Okay.
And I'm personally surprised I actually noticed that theme amongst everything else that was going on in this fucking shit show. But it's also like, why? Like, why can't you just make a faithful recreation of the movie? Why does it have to be this, like...
Yeah, I don't know.
The original movie was... Like, if you want to make a movie that's like a statement about, you know, woman power or something, go ahead and make it. And I'll probably watch it and I'll probably enjoy it. But it doesn't belong in Nosferatu. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I understand. It's.
I'm going
we're in
to
an era now where,
Nosferatu to watch a recreation of Nosferatu, not a
Yeah.
not making like a political statement.
Yeah. That's just it's like every work of art now has to make a political which is why it's like, because it is important to keep the public eye on those pressing matters, but people go to the movies so that they can like
Escape.
unwind and and see
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
That's the one thing
Yeah,
that's like
especially when you're
pissed
going
me
to see
off.
something fantastical like fucking Nosferatu, and you're like, I want to see this cool vampire movie, and then it's just not really.
It's just a female empowerment movie. It's just like
It's a Lily Rose Depp coming over.
no,
and
one
over
of the
again.
one of the best reviews I saw of this. Somebody said it was, and it was a long fucking. It was like, I think it was around 3 hours long, which would be fine if it was fun to watch, but it was boring as hell, and I almost fell asleep multiple times. But it was almost 3 hours long, if not more. But somebody said that it was over 2 hours. Somebody said it was over 2 hours of Tickle Me Elmo gyrating. And they keep
awesome.
like one review said because Lily Rose Depp is Johnny Depp's daughter. She's the main character in here. He said this is living proof that good acting is not genetic. I'm like, thank you. I don't know why people are saying like her performance is good, because they're like oh, she rolled her eyes into the back of her head and contorted her body, which she arched her body. And she rolled her eyes in the back of her head. She put on such a great performance. It was terrifying. I'm like, I know a lot of people who can roll their eyes in the back of their head. I worked as an actor at a fucking haunted attraction where I knew people who could contort every limb in their body. It's some people can do it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean your acting is like that of fucking... I'm blanking on fucking names right now.
I understand. No,
she was
know,
just awful though.
She's his daughter. I don't know. I haven't really seen anything with her before, so I couldn't tell you.
That being said, this movie was disappointing is not even the right word for it.
Yeah.
I think I told Sierra or somebody, I said he could have at least tried to make a faithful adaptation or something and failed. And I would have been fine with it. Like, yeah. I would have been okay with him attempting to try to make a modern adaptation of this movie. But the fact is, that's not what he was going for. He was going for edgy and Yeah, gross out. Like, ugh.
Pornographic.
He made Nosferatu really homoerotic. Because it when he's in the castle, or with anybody really, Nosferatu not only, well, first of all, Nosferatu always sucked the blood out of people's necks,
Yeah.
but now he sucks on people's chest.
Suck it out of your cock.
Yeah, I suck on your cock. But not only is he sucking on their chest and making all these weird slobbering noises that like fill the fucking theater. It sounds like the grapefruit lady. You ever watch that? How to grapefruit your man?
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like the whole time. But not only is he doing that, but he's full on like dry humping them as he does it.
Ew.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. It's like, I mean,
Like an
whatever. You can
unchained
make a
dog.
disgusting movie, but it's like, why are you doing this? This seems like a really specific fetish, and I
Yeah.
feel uncomfortable watching it. I didn't want to go into a Nosferatu movie feeling so uncomfortable that I have to leave.
Oh god, yeah.
You can make a movie that's very uncomfortable to watch, like an original, artistically uncomfortable. Like,
Yeah, but Nosferatu was just like unsettling. It wasn't supposed to be like a
erotic,
graphically fucking
edgy Satan porn.
yeah. Whatever, man. It's the times.
That being said, Robert Eggers isn't finished with ruining Nosferatu. He just announced that he's in the progress. He's looking at another classic, beloved film to destroy.
Did he announce what it was?
You remember in episode, I think it was 6, we said that there will be a Disney Plus TV series and a sequel to The Labyrinth.
Oh no.
Apparently, Robert Eggers is eyeing up this opportunity.
I hope he gets sick.
Yes, I hope he gets the common cold and needs to
I
get
hope he-
bed
I
rest
just
for
hope he
exactly
gets
2 weeks before continuing his endeavors.
I just
I
God
hope
damn it.
I hope he's walking up the stairs in his $2 billion a month mansion that he got from scamming people into watching edge porn.
Yeah.
And on his way up the stairs, one of his statues on the multiple landings is out of sight because it's dark, and he stubs his toe on it. Like very fat, like really
Yeah,
hard,
yeah, like
just
one of those really
stubs his
painful
toe,
ones.
yeah. And like maybe his toenail curls back and he has to see a doctor to get it
And they tell him,
removed.
like,
Mm.
like, hey, like give it like a week or two and it'll get loose enough to you'll have to remove it and
Yeah.
yeah. And then he
I hope he's brushing his
Makes some-
teeth and then he accidentally goes a little too far back and gags on his toothbrush and then has a tummy ache because of it.
yeah. Or he makes some tea and he doesn't wait long enough for it to cool off and he burns
His tongue. I hope he
Yeah.
orders a pizza. Period. I hope he orders a pizza.
It's just- oh, why that's so funny. Oh fuck. I, uh, I-
I hope he orders a pizza and they forget the garlic sauce that he paid 50 cents for.
damn, yeah. And the pepperoncini that comes on the side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god! I hope.
He's going to hear this and he's going to be like, guess what? I don't even like pepperoncinis. Well,
Yeah, he's definitely gonna hear
fucking,
this.
fucking schooled us. He doesn't like
Oh, God.
pepperoncinis. In fact, he doesn't even order from Papa John's.
I hope he watches episode 16 of the Uncle Bill show, and his internet cuts out right before he gets to the.
Oh, this
Nosferatu
is 17.
Is this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 15. Oh my god. 16 was already recorded. It's just
in the works. I got a good hour done.
good lord. It's been 4.5 hours here.
Yeah. I
I
think
hope-
it's even after cutting, it's gonna be a long one. Probably like 3.
Yeah. I guess
What?
it's a Christmas.
Yeah, it's the Christmas special. We still got to
What
do.
can you do?
We got to do a number. We got to do a Christmas song, Uncle Bill Christmas song.
Like what?
Um,
If we do another rendition of "Baby It's Cold Outside,"
no, not that one.
okay.
I don't expect a lot from the Uncle Bill show. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the Fred Flintstone sound effects over every scene. I just want rainy day and Uncle Bill to spread misinformation my way.
Oh god.
Make my wish come true. All I want is mediocre podcasts from you. And you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Merry Christmas from the Uncle Bill Show.
Holy shit! It got dark in your fucking.
Yeah.
It got dark up there.
And Happy New Year.
Oh yeah, it's fucking no. It's Christmas Day.
Oh, we did a. We did a Robert Eggers style flash forward where you don't even know where that it was actually a fucking flash forward. It is now New Year's Day. Happy
We were
New
actually
Year.
teenagers in the West.
Yeah, that's right. Happy New Year's,
Yeah,
Tristan.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. We're fucking skibbity.
Oh yeah, we're skibbity up in this bitch. Directed by Michael Bay. Are you excited for Michael Bay's cinematic masterpiece?
We're going to see that. We are going to see that at least twice.
At least 13 times in the theater.
Okay. How many episodes of this? It's still going on, isn't it? Isn't the skibbity lore still?
The skibbity lore? I think so. In the
How
form
many
of like
episodes?
3-second content.
There are 77 episodes.
Good lord.
Series has aired 77 episodes. Currently on its 25th season. What's a season for this shit?
5 minutes.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Anyway.
Well, Tristan, what's your New Year's resolution?
Relapse, get in a fight, and then get arrested for publicly siding with Mangione at the rally that's gonna happen outside of the courthouse.
Dressed as Mario and Luigi? I'm excited for that too.
Yeah. Probably gonna. My resolution doesn't exist, man. You know what does exist?
the gaping hole in my heart that can never be filled.
Ethereum. You should put all your money into Ethereum.
Oh, right,
Ethereum coin is going to be the next best thing.
right.
Until you put
Uncle
thousands
Bill
of
Show
dollars.
publicly endorses Bitcoin, meme coin,
No, Ethereum.
Ethereum.
Oh, oh gosh.
My New Year's resolution is to just stop giving a fuck and sink all my fucking earnings into Bitcoin.
I need to stop. Just fucking don't care anymore. It's all Bitcoin and crypto, and
I think
I'm
that
gonna
is like
make
unironically
millions.
my New Year's resolution. I kind of just
Get into crypto.
I've already like at the beginning of this new year just stopped giving a shit, and I was like, I need to start getting high more and not caring. And I did, and it's been pretty cool. It's been pretty
Nice.
chill. Yeah.
Yeah, just fucking whatever, you know.
I think I already showed you. I wrote a whole Frasier parody.
Mm-hmm.
That shit
Yeah,
was
be
excellent.
creative, dude. Use your fucking like not caring energy towards just like make whatever you fucking want, you know.
I think it works out pretty good because I just say what's
We're
on
on
my
opposite
mind.
ends of that though. I'm learning discipline this year. I've been like trying to like keep a
I'm trying
schedule
to
and-
discipline myself too. I've been trying to go to the gym every day this year and haven't gone yet.
Yeah. I guess
Um,
the not giving a fuck is more towards like world event and
or just overall being stressed out about shit.
yeah, just let it go. But like go, you know.
Speaking of which, do you want to move in? I got 2 fresh rooms available.
I'm good. I I don't know what I'm doing, but I gotta figure some shit out because
Please, I'm gonna be homeless in like a month.
well, is this you on the podcast?
No, I'm fine.
Hey guys, I need money.
I make enough money to survive. It's all good.
Yeah.
I think it's just more that I just want my best pal to come and have spontaneous adventures, so I don't have to drive all the way to Philly to do it.
No, I don't know where I'm gonna be moving to, but I gotta figure that out because I want to move out at some point soon, and like,
Yeah, Tristan, stop leeching off your mother.
all right, it was a good option because I know where else to go, and now it's like, oh, I'm just sad. But I'm lucky. Not a lot of people can just say like, yeah, I can just move back in with, you know.
Yeah, not me.
Yeah. So I'm taking full advantage, but get myself back on my feet after a
I'm
year of the
gonna start going to the
sloth.
gym and get this body back to its former glory.
Start getting
Ditch
fucking
the dad
shredded.
bod. Get rid of his beer gut.
Yeah.
I'll stop drinking as much. Cause oh my god, that night I wrote that fucking Frasier bit. I was like crossfaded as fuck, and I woke
yeah, I
up
bet.
with like the absolute worst hangover. I was throwing up everywhere. I'm like, yeah, I want to do this often.
Yeah.
I don't even like really have fun drinking anymore.
No, that's what happened to me too. I just like I just felt like shit all the time and was mad and then like needed it so that I could sleep and then I was like, I hate this. I don't want to do this anymore. Let me see what life is like without it.
This is the part of the Uncle Bill show where we get really serious and tell you to reflect on your decisions. You should stop watching the Uncle Bill show and get a life.
Yeah. Please don't stop watching the Uncle Bill show. It's the only thing.
It's the only thing making me feel like I'm validated in this planet.
All right.
All right.
How are we feeling? We're just,
I'm feeling like I might go out and work a little bit.
Cause some issues.
Yeah. Dressed as Mario.
Pay homage to women's suffrage.
Yeah.
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 What a good idea.
I'm gonna become an activist.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think
Anyway.
that's the show.
My brain is fried at this point. I'm just fucking laughing. Oh,
And I'll
all
see
right.
you next time.
Yeah.